Water acquired. Alright chat, welcome to the patch 0.58.0 patch rundown. Otherwise known as the Season 6 preseason patch. In it, we're going to have a lot of really insane change-ups to the game, to the meta, and to the booba, okay? So, everyone ready for a long fucking dive into what is probably the biggest patch I think I have ever been a part of. So right away, we're starting off with the preseason. We're just going to see it for 2 weeks, and then we're going to get started right into Season 6. Booba, booba, booba. Exactly, right, guys? Oxy Disco, Pog Pog. We don't care about all this shit because it's already gone. If you saw it before, whatever. Sound like Freak doing a Summoner's Rift review. It's for the intro, okay? It's for the intro, all right? It's for a YouTube video. You gotta just go with it, Anyways, so the most important thing here, we, the Aiden players, the repressed people, gamers, more specifically the Aiden gamers, we get a skin. Look at it. Look at its all its beauty. Sheesh. Do we have a caca? We don't have a caca. Hold on. Hold it, chat. Okay, chat. Caca's in. Caca's in. Let's get some cacas in, chat. Whoa! Look at that. It changes up his color palette. He gets a black color palette. It really makes his hair pop, so I like that shit a lot. He now actually has a real gunblade, so that's looking good. Wow, we have a lot of fucking cacas. I also really like the inside and the open coat. So honestly, it's a good skin. I'm not sure how well it's going to look in-game, but I'm going to run it, obviously, right? Like, there's no way I'm not going to run this shit as an aim player. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Eyes up here now. Booba time. Damn it, let's go. Get the boobas in there. Have you read all the patch notes yet? I did once over when I was like fully, I was almost completely asleep at like 7 a.m. when I like barely woke up. Oh yeah, please chat respectfully. Booba respectfully, please. Please guys, come on. But I am going through it now with chat and with everyone here, and we're gonna have some really bad takes, and we're gonna see, you know, what's up. Let's close all this shit. Laura can literally lock me in her closet. And Avocado says the least down bad herbs player. This is true. I read it in class when I was learning about discrimination. Oh, Skoink. All right, we're just gonna. Sorry, Skoink. We're gonna have to remove that one there. That's not okay. Okay. Anyways, enough with the booba. This one looks good though. This one obviously it looks good. I have no idea what this skin is even about, but it looks good. We got the Adelaide Emotes, okay, guys? There's a big bundle for it too. You get 40% off. This one you could actually want, especially if you don't have the skin. But even if you do, you can still just get these for a reduced price. I'm not sure I like the emotes that much, but if you like them, go ahead and buy them. I personally don't really like character emotes. You'll almost never see me running too many of them, at least that much. So yeah, I mean, the problem is with me, I can't see a good use for almost any of these, you know? That's the only problem. Skins and characters from Season 4 will be 50% off during the preseason. 50% off, guys. Buy them. Buy. Get on that shit. The season pack contains pretty much everything. Will be available for 6,500 instead of the usual 20,500. Okay, cool. So this isn't actually this isn't going to be the price. This is just how much it's all worth. So yeah, if you want the shit in the bundle, get the fucking bundle. It's worth a lot. Even a few skins, if you put like a few skins and a few like emotes in there, you're looking good. Also, it refunds you on some of your NP if you already own, like, for instance, the characters. So yeah, why wouldn't you? Also, Booba, respectfully this time, guys. Please. Respectfully. Okay? And also, you know, support Nimble because, hey, Atsia, that's not Booba, that's Lost. If you can and you want to, it's good because, you know, Nimble doesn't make the fucking most money ever, and the more money they make, the more they can hire staff and actually make the game fucking good. And the more they can please, please, please give Aiden like an Omega buff or something. I don't know. Let's see. We got Booba. We got Booba and then Poggies. We got Booba. We got Booba. Respectfully, just kidding. Minhai, I'm watching you. Anavis with the first Booba respectfully. Skoink with the Booba respectfully this time. Okay, not bad. Perry with the respectfully. And Atsia with respectfully. Okay, we got a few respects in the chat. We got some respect. Okay. Now, this, guys, is the absolute biggest change in this patch, I think. Okay? You guys might be thinking ESD is the biggest patch, biggest change, but that is only going ESD and EBAT are only going to affect certain characters, and they're only going to affect, you know, like how you deal your damage. They're not going to affect, you know, the entirety of your damage. This shit is going to change like how you play the game. Okay, might change some routings. So yeah, Asa, respectfully, just getting do it unrespectfully. Okay, do it respectfully. Remember we talked about this in theory in Discord lock. You meant wait, when did we talk about this in theory? I'm trying to remember. I can't believe they put an item trading system in this this patch. Yeah. Oh yeah. The RNG items coming from animals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a really big change, and the fact that like for instance wolves don't give RNG anymore is like fucking crazy. So yeah, we're looking at some really weird times ahead, but we'll see how it goes. One thing to note here, actually, I'll talk about this first, and then we'll go into some things to note about this. So this is the transfer system and the mutants, okay? Uh, wolves could never drop trees, Rizus. At least they haven't since I've started playing the game. So in season 6, they're bringing a new mechanic into Eternal Return known as the transfer system. This is transfer drones and transfer consoles. Okay, so transfer drones are going to be things that will get you for the price of 15, 16, 17, 18 by day credits. It is going to allow you to get white materials, meaning your stallion medals, your shirts, your ribbons, your headbands, whatever, right? Your swords, stuff that you can't get from zones, but are still whites. Or no, sorry, it says materials actually. So you might actually not be able to get swords or anything like that because they're not materials; they're technically weapons. Yeah, wearables. Oh no, wearables are I don't know, whatever. We'll see. It'll probably be okay. See, what do you mean Venom? Blue boxes are worthless now. They're food, just like how they were originally meant to be. Wait, are blue boxes not going to be having RNG anymore? I didn't read that part. You're later, Jukai. Thank you, sir. Now, one thing is, you're not going to get that many, that much credits. So you're going to actually start the game off. Let's see, where is it here? You're going to start the game off with 25 credits, and you gain 10 credits every single day-night cycle. Which means day 1, it's night 1, you're getting 10. Day 2, you're getting 10. Night 2, you're getting 10. Day 3, you're getting 10. Night 3, you're getting 10. Yeah. So you're getting a lot of tokens, but you're not getting enough to say go and use 15 lighters. You're not getting that shit. All RNG items are legendary. I thought it was only the items that crafted, not the materials. But the materials, oh, materials are purple. Okay, okay. I got it now. And then obviously if it's restricted acceleration, then you just skip one cycle, so you get 20. Okay. You can also get these credits for chickens and for bats and for boars and like everything, right? Just everything, every animal. But only when they're mutants. And here's where the problem is. I don't believe it actually says what the chances are of anything being a mutant. So this could be insane or this could be absolutely nothing. We have no idea right now. Yeah. With that being said, though, you also gain credits for killing players. 3 per player. It's very low end, but I'm assuming they just want to not have one player snowball too heavily from player kills. So if a player has 15 or not 15 kills, if a player has 5 kills, they only get 15 15 credits. So they're not going to be too far ahead. If they got, say, 5 per or like 10 per, you're looking at 25 to 50. That could like really heavily snowball you and continue to send you further and further into the lead. More than we already have. We don't want that either. I feel like ratting is stronger. I definitely think that based on how often you can get mutants, farming playstyles might be benefited. Locke, if Sis is good again, will you come back to her? I'll play her. I don't know if I'll come back to her, but I'll play her. You know? Absolutely. And it's already a strat that I already do. So it's very good to see. I really like to see that, this these mutant things. So this helps me as a player. Okay. So just in terms of like the numbers here, they're all pretty high. So I'm assuming the chances are fairly low. Or who knows, maybe you just get a shit ton and maybe it's like, maybe everyone just gets a shit ton, you know? We'll see. No, we don't know about the frequency yet, which is why we're still holding out on that. Can't wait for the last 5 players at final zone to all be Exodia. Yeah, I know, right? Honestly. Yeah. We've already talked about the transfer drones. Transfer consoles. This is how you actually use. Yo, Clovis. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is gonna be in the YouTube video. Welcome to the bubble, toil and trouble, bubble, muffle, bubble, bubble. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. Muted and blocked. Okay, I'm just gonna. Don't mind me, guys. Oh fuck. Can I undo his? I didn't mean to okay. No, Minhai, just have Wick player camp the transfer consoles. My bad. Sorry, Lolking. If you wait till day 3, you can buy a mithril without killing a single animal. Yeah, exactly. Rip Lolking, Rip Lolking. I'm sorry, guys. He's gone mad with power. Yeah, so thank you for doing your duty, Lolking. You took one for the team. Thank you, sir. Transfer consoles. This is the big deal, okay? And I think this is what the meta is going to shape around. You're not going to use your credits for early game items, which is a possibility if you miss items or if you like have a route that specifically doesn't go to a zone to miss out on certain items. You're going to specifically not do that. You're going to keep your credits for the late game, I think, personally. The mid-late game to snowball or to, just get your orange gems is basically the most important part, right? Because you always have time at some point in the game to get those orange gems. There's no need to, sorry, not the orange gems. There's always time to finish your build. But getting orange gems is actually RNG. So yeah. Aren't people alerted to use the console? Also, it's a 1-minute CD. Yes. But if you have control of the area and all that shit, like, yeah. I don't know if people are alerted. I don't know how it works exactly. True. And yeah, you can and you can save some too. You can finish build early using the transfer, then kill people who calls in an RNG item from console. Yes, but people can only use console at day 2, so the start of day 2 is going to be 5 minutes into the game. having an early game build doesn't help you kill people at 5 minutes in the game, really. I don't even think snowballing really is that big of a deal in this game. An early kill doesn't get you any RNG, it doesn't get you any it doesn't give you like any meaningful weapon mastery. It doesn't even help you more in your build because you're already full build. And usually people won't have things that you want anyways. So yeah, you would need to kill 5 people to get the points back for 1 item exactly, right? You will get your weapon skill faster, but personally, I don't think that the game is enough of a stat check where, like, you know, for instance, 7 or like 9 versus 7 is big enough to actually dictate the fight. Even 9 versus 8, you know, like, or like especially like not 9 versus 8, you know, like I think it's fine. But yeah, so we have a 25-second transfer time. So as you see in the clip, you call in the item and then 25 seconds later, a box comes up. You have 3 seconds, you have to open it, and then you can get your item. So anyone can get it from that point on. Wait, when does the CD start? If I just call down a medkit and leave it, do people get griefed? I think at day 2, a lot of people are hitting 7. Really? At day 2, people are hitting 7? Bro, people need to work on that shit, man. There's no way people are hitting level 7 at 5 minutes into the game. Like, what are you doing? Really? I swear we're fast enough now with enough animals to kill. Bro, really? Am I that slow? Really? Okay, anyways, though, I don't even think it's that big of a deal, personally. I think it's fine. Nah, day 2 is level 7 lock, you're forgetting. You can get level 7 before tree. I hit 7 at day 2. Alpha is 6 to 10, yeah. I think it's like, I think you're on the low end if you're level 7. I mean, keep in mind, by the way, it scales up with experience, right? And like, you know, like the people I'm talking about that should already be level 7 is like the people who've played 1,000 games on their build and are either fighting for trees, fighting for meteorites, or what's it called? Fighting for trees, fighting for meteorites, or fighting for like, you know, farm and shit, you know? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure every game I hit level 7 before 5 minutes. Specifically if like always specifically if I get like, you know, like the farm. If I don't get the farm and then I go to my next place and I don't get the farm there, then maybe we're eh. Yeah, I mean 7 to 8 is normal. If 7 to 8 is normal, then 7 to 8 is normal, right? So yeah. As long as you're level 7, it doesn't matter. All you need is level 7. Regardless, let's move on. Okay, guys? I think it's not worth it to go for a grief build. This is just my personal take. Heart is kind of rough in mastery farming. I semi-agree, but I think you should be able to farm enough animals to hit 7 by a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, but Min, you also play a character that I think that doesn't farm too good. Like, yeah, and you're also spending time to actually go to the random place, which means you can't spend more time to farm. Anyways, moving on. Most importantly, grief builds are inconsistent, which is why I don't think that they're good. I think you shouldn't play a grief build. It's inconsistent to find people at around the 3-minute mark to actually fight and kill. People at trees are going to be stronger than you anyways. These are the mutants. So don't worry about what the fuck they look like or anything. Mutants are bigger in size, doesn't matter. Mutants have 50% more HP and 40% more attack power. So they hit harder, but honestly speaking, they're not much harder. Just unless you face 2 mutant bears at the same time in pond, you're probably not dying to these things. Just simply eat some food and you're probably good to go. Johan will never kill a mutated bear, though. That is true. There are some characters that will have some trouble, that already had trouble with bears, so my apologies to them. Hey, if you're Glove Woo, you're Bing chilling still, okay? The mutant chickens are gonna beat the shit out of Johan. True. Imagine dying a mutant bat. Oh my god. I can't wait for everyone to die of mutant shit. That's gonna be so funny. Okay, more importantly though, again, they give double the XP of normal animals, and because hitting animals gives XP inherently, by dealing damage to them, you're getting more than double the XP. So you're actually looking really good for experience off these things. Another big thing is chicken is not dropping eggs anymore. I'm sorry to all the birthday cake enjoyers and boiled egg enjoyers. It is dropping feathers 25% of the time. So you can run builds that use feathers that don't go to feather zones. You can skip these places, but I wouldn't personally say that you should go quiver because you don't have an item without that feather. You can't use anything. So if you're gonna do it for something that, you know, has a base item before the feather is acquired. Time for those 3 feather builds, exactly, right? Not bad. Wolves are getting more experience, I believe. Yep. They're also dealing more damage though at early levels. So level 3s are going to deal more. And this is the big one. Unfortunately, no more mithril or meteorite. It means I can't RNG anything off of the hospital wolves anymore. That's okay though. I didn't RNG anything off of them anyways. So fuck you, wolves. Fuck you. Give me more XP. Bears. Bears also are getting the same treatment. They're dealing more damage, but they're not worth any more XP. And they also no longer drop VF blood samples. So for everyone that got really upset whenever I showed up with a Dane Slip at 9 minutes in the game, I apologize, but that won't happen anymore. I can't get the height I got anymore before hitting Meteor Myth on a set of wolves and making Kundala. Nope, you're not going to get that high anymore. Yo, ATF. ATF. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I saw that right. Welcome to the bubble, scubble, flubble. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I blocked you on Tinder and that's that. Do I have to delete this one too, Roy? You can't be blocking me on Tinder, man. Come on, I need this. Swipe right. Swipe right. Wait, Bear's damage is nerfed? Bear's damage is nerfed early game. Later game, or I mean early game, it's a buff. The bear damage. So level 3 bears are going to hit a lot harder. I think. Right? But on the respawns, they hurt less, which means, Johan, you're sitting pretty. The bears still drop meteorites, trees, and myths. Exactly. Early game doesn't matter. True. But this will help the late game for some characters and other, like, the thing is some characters had a lot of trouble with bears in the late game and other characters literally did not give a shit. So this is at least helping the bad characters into bears have a chance against bears. So will Wick be one of VF plus 1 random or VF plus 2 random? I think it'll be VF plus 1 random. They didn't say anything here about any additional things. They might change it. They'll probably do, like, if they do anything, they'll probably give you the water, the holy water, or the tear of Celine, and that'll be that. They definitely won't be they definitely won't be giving you random shit from it. Yeah. And so here's the next big change. This is going to be ESD, extra steel damage, and EBAD are getting extra basic attack damage are getting removed / reduced respectively. So for anyone that doesn't know, mainly for the YouTube video, not for the Twitch chat here, because I'm sure we all know, ESD applies a flat amount of damage at the end of the damage calculation step as true damage whenever you hit an ability, for every single instance of ESD applying. This happens multiple times for certain abilities, and yeah. By the way, Wendy said that the patch will probably take longer than normal. I figured it was going to take a pretty long time. EBAD applies on every single basic attack with the same idea. It is doing extra true damage at the end of the damage step. Every single time you basic attack. This happened for Aya, or AR I should say, and for like heart guitar auto attacks, or heart auto attacks I should say probably. It also happens for certain abilities that apply auto attacks like Camilo, Q and W, I believe, and Aiden Q. So wide variety of abuse cases for this. They've kind of removed a bunch of abuse cases. Another thing to pair with that is they've now increased the base critical multiplier. So before, whenever you randomly crit, you would deal 165 crit. 165% of your auto attack, like more damage you do, and now you're doing 170. So it's a bit of a buff. Creed of the Night got nerfed in its crit department to compensate for that, and it got an AP buff just randomly. So cool. This one doesn't really matter, but the item rarities are being reworked. This mainly matters for chests, I believe. So for crates, for airdrops. So all legendary items are going to be RNG items. For instance, anything that uses mithril, anything that uses moonstone or meteorite, anything that uses VF or whatever, right? All this shit, force cores, trees of life, they're all going to be legendaries, the golden ones, and anything that is not using RNG is going to be an epic. I don't think it really matters. It's going to be experience, and that's about it. Of course, it's a big deal, but like, it's not going to ruin any builds. It's just going to be slightly better or slightly worse, Or I guess slightly worse. It's not like you're going to really change too much. I'll be honest. Eod Boots, I wasn't personally making Eod Boots because of the mastery. I was making them because of the actual item. Of course, like the mastery is good, but it's a difference between half of a level, a quarter of a level. So you weren't really gonna feel the effects of it 3/4 of the time anyways. Food, drinks, and other items are currently excluded from this change, meaning specifically your Tears of Celine, Holy Waters, etc. This is going to be the muffled footsteps in bushes and ghost steps. Let's see. We know how important it is to hear enemy footsteps. They provide crucial information. Too much information, actually. So by muffling footsteps this preseason, we're trying to make bushes more impactful in terms of having a tactical advantage. You can now fight back or make a run for it as soon as you walk into the bush. We plan to gather feedback and continue to improve footsteps throughout the preseason. This could be a big one. This could be a mediocre one. I don't really think it's the biggest deal. Basically, if someone walks into a bush, you now have no idea if they're continuing to run or if they stop moving. But let's be honest here. How much, were us as players, were we actually good enough to use that? I feel like I am too dog shit to actually have someone walk into a bush and then did they stop moving? That means that they're gonna try and fight me here. Most of the time I feel like whatever. 1, 4, 1, and 2 a level is important in the early game breakpoints, I feel, is why I build EOD. Exactly, it can be very important since you can't realistically be hitting 9 just from build, which is an important breakpoint. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be, I don't think it's half a level. But what I mean by this is it's not going to be something that fundamentally changes the game for you, It's just a nerf. In my eyes, fundamental changes to how we play the game are going to be very big, more so than just nerfs. Even a heavy-handed one like that. Cool. With that being said, footsteps inside bushes have been muted entirely, and they reduced the probability of ghost steps, which is walking without any sound, and footsteps across all characters have been equalized. So one thing is, I believe they've already kind of destroyed ghost steps, because whenever I do stutter stepping, I just make infinite footsteps now, so I'm not really quite sure. Footsteps across all characters have been equalized. I wonder if this means that like Elena and the here now make actual footsteps, or if they just mean the sound, like the audio, has been fixed or like changed to be more equal in terms of how loud they are. I'm not sure. We'll see. Action canceling. This is a big one, and this one's gonna be super important specifically for opening these boxes. So just like how they changed Trees of Life all that time ago, receiving damage while crafting or opening an air supply no longer cancels your action. It can only be canceled by crowd control. So this is actually a big deal for specifically opening air supplies. You take a risk by tanking damage and allowing your opponent to walk close to you and hit you at the cost of, or at the possible benefit of gaining that item and possibly getting out. Doing while crafting, I don't think it really matters. All it really does is remove early game stupid griefs. Like if I'm making my weapon and some dude with white weapon just decides to nonstop auto attacking me, I'll kill him once I make that purple weapon, you know? Or the blue weapon or whatever. It's just how loud they were? Okay, cool. Flowers. So now flowers are pickable. They are just like branches on the ground or rocks or whatever. They're no longer available in boxes. They've been taken out of boxes, and you can now gather them on the ground. Same as gathering anything else. They regen after every 60 seconds, which means it's not too bad. You also get 2, which means you should try to have builds with 2 in them, kind of like how you want 2 per rock, or 2 build 2 items in each rock. Whatever, you know what I mean. If you get rocks, use all of them, hopefully. Yo, Flowersy, Pug. They're not accessory and they stack into 2. Yeah. I like it, by the way, how items can't be equipable if they're not, sorry, they can't be stackable if they're equipable. I think it's really funny. Flowers for a new goal in Herbs Bingo. True. I will actually get, let me write that one down. Hold on. I'm writing it down here just because I'm stupid. I don't know where the fuck my other one is, but collect X flowers, or collect all flowers, maybe? Oh, X flowers. Herbs Bingo. Got it. We're good to go. That's a good fucking call there. I've got a good call. So, one thing I did notice about this is every single flower, if you notice, is more or less in a loot path. So if you look at Uptown, for instance, you have one loot path going here. You have one loot path going here. You have one outside the building. You have one to the left of the building, and you have one inside the building, which is going to go to that one probably. This is just an extra. For whoever doesn't get one randomly. In Cemetery, you have the same thing here. This is a loot path. This is a loot path. This is a loot path. This is a loot path, and then this is a loot path. These two are a little bit more unfortunate, just like this one. So these loot paths are looking a little bit worse for specifically the flowers. We can just grab herbs and get a fuckload of heal pots. Yes, basically so. Yeah. No longer will you have to go around to the boxes to find your flowers for your healing potions. You just get them on the ground. You're good to go. Forest. This is a loot path here. This is a loot path here. This one's a loot path here. So kind of unfortunate that's on like the console area side. This is a loot path and then this is a loot path. Again, kind of unfortunate. It kind of forces you into this direction instead of like this one, but I guess you wouldn't take this one anyways. Glass bottles too. I mean, yeah, of course you have to get your glass bottles, but it's just one thing that's a little bit easier on your routing. Pond, this is a loot path. This is a loot path. This is a loot path. This is a loot path, sorry. And then this is a loot path. So we got one extra over here. Avenue Final Safe Zone. It would have been nice to have this in the game I got teamed on, but whatever. We're looking at a bigger zone. It actually wraps behind this, very importantly. It wraps behind the car and this area. There's a lot of areas to break melee contact and a lot of areas to break vision. At least one area to break vision. So not bad. It's actually kind of good. I will say though, if you have this console, you can see behind this. So this console is actually going to be better. It doesn't wrap the car. It looks like it wraps the car. Right here on the backside. Can you see a mouse? Yeah, you can. Okay, yeah. Obviously, it doesn't wrap around the whole car, but it wraps around the side of the car. Yeah, no, sorry. By wrap, I don't mean specifically wrap the whole loop-de-loop. Sorry, I was using like Apex or like fucking like shooter battle royale terminology there. Yeah, you can go behind it basically, so you can break melee contact, which is important. Alpha / Omega factory location. It's moved away from the top part of factory up here and into near the teleporter. I don't know what the fuck this is about, by the way. The fuck is this? Isn't this usually for like, I don't know, whatever. The one important thing about this is you can't circle it as far as I'm aware. I feel like this is probably outside of the circling area. So that's going to be really unfortunate. You will be able to drag it down here, drag it up here. So you will have like at least access to like very good dragging, but you're not going to have like the insane shit that's in circle range, you think? Okay. Okay, I mean, if it's in circle range, then this is pretty good. To be fair though, having this bush here makes it worse to circle. As long as you can circle around this thing, you're kind of good to go. It's a small circle, which is unfortunate, and it breaks vision a lot. But it's pretty good. It's not too bad. Moving on. Wickline, it no longer will be aggroed by away farther than 15 meters. So 15 meters is a very long distance. Let's see. Is there any abilities that are 15 meters long? It's more than double my Q range on Aiden. It's more than double my ulti range on Aiden. So yeah, we're looking at like maybe longer than a Bernice Q, right? I'm trying to see specifically if this actually I believe Sasela's is 10.0. Yo, Minash. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bubble, Hubble, Mubble, Bubble, Fumble, Rubble, Clubble. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Q range. Yeah, 11 meters. And this thing is like infinite. What is Alex ulti range? Alex Eternal Return. I'm assuming it'll be in range. This thing goes actually like an infinite distance. It is 30 meters. Wait, this thing is insane. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Well, that's insane. And it has this as the distance. Okay, cool. It has a 6.5. Or was that a not 6.5? Is this a radius? Diameter? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is it only really impacts characters that aggregate from an unreasonable range. So that means bow skill, that means Rio ultimate, that means Alex ultimate, I guess. Sniper skill, thank you. Yeah. So it's only the abuse cases. So realistically, for most of us who aren't try-hard sniper players or like especially try-hard in the way of ulting it or bow skilling Wickline on spawn, it's not going to affect you. So go ahead. Still just going to run out in red. Exactly, right? We're still going to do the exact same thing as we used to do. Sayonara. Cool details. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't give a shit about like visual details. So cool. If you want to look at that, go on your own time. I got a lot to get through still. It's been an hour already. Bots no longer auto revive, sure. Sure, red dots have been fixed to disappear upon entering the store. Cool, I like what I see there. Pop-ups after purchasing items now display how much currency you have left after the purchase. That's nice to see. We like that. More informed decision making. Cool. You can't aggro Wick with traps. You know what's funny? I didn't even think about that. That is crazy. I never actually thought about aggroing Wick with like a trap. Oh, why have I never thought about that? Oh, Wick only aggroes triggers traps while aggroed? Okay, cool. So I never had a reason to. Awesome. Red Sprite gets like a pretty massive buff, I guess. It's only 13 damage, but like 7 to 20 is a lot, so I don't know. It's whatever. It's cool. Animal Reaper goes up to 100 stacks. Now that wolves are less important, bears are going to be a lot more important, which means Animal Reaper inherently gets more important because you go for more bears more often. So yeah, Animal Reaper gets a bit of a buff. Cool. Massive changes are coming to characters. So we're finally on the characters. Cool. Pog, 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 pog. Yeah, Nadine Trap definitely works. That 100% has to work. There's no way it doesn't. There's price reductions. If you want to look at if your character is worth, if your character is cheaper, go ahead, buy some new characters. Nadine. Nadine gets 1% crossbow armor pen per level, more than last patch, so 1 to 2. I mean, this might incentivize people to actually go crossbow, but I don't see this being like the biggest deal. Obviously, her abilities do a shit ton of damage, and armor pen is inherently valuable when your abilities already do a ton of damage and your auto attacks. So she uses armor pen, one of the best. For instance, Enad AR characters didn't use armor pen very well. So like because they used Enad so much, and it didn't really work with armor pen. So this is gonna be way more impactful in that case. Nadine already goes crossbow though. I mean, I'm only speaking to specifically when I see Nadine's, and like I only see specifically Hovid, Hoko, and he hasn't played for a little bit, mind you, right? But he always goes bow, so that's all I see, at least. Nathapon. So the passive is going to get nerfed, but it's gonna increase with character level. So the base damage is going down, but the character level is going up. We are always maxing that shit probably, so we're gonna have level 3 on that. 5 times level is going to be was this 100? At level 100 at level 20, 75 at any level that actually matters at, which is 15 specifically. So it's good. It probably gets good around somewhere around 10. Yeah, 10. Base attack can't probably or crit. Wait, what? How's Heart gonna survive this season that Enad is now that Enad is removed? We'll have to ask Piemaster that because I personally have no clue. I mean, crit was already pretty decent. We've seen it work in the past. So, yeah. Buff level 1, nerf level 5, buff level 11. Yeah, I mean, it's a slight buff level 1. The slightest possible buff you could ever imagine. It's a nerf level 5, and then it's a buff level... I believe it's level 9, isn't it? Wait. Do you get passive at level 11? How's level 9 you get passive at? Am I going crazy? I'm not, right? Level 9, right? Anyways. 4 and 9. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. It's a buff at level 11. I get it now. Cool. Snapshot. Snapshot is getting its base damage lowered, its AP ratio higher, and it's getting a lot more skill amp. Did Nathan really run too much skill amp? I don't really think he did, but he might run some now because he has some decent failings. So we're probably gonna see some amp be played on him. Who knows? Maybe. Hey, Eternal Return. That's not the one I wanted. Come on, we both know that. Come on, man. Fuck. When's it used in a weapon? Not that weapon. Come on. Guys. Um, um, Nathapon. Hit. And then camera. Where do you get cameras from here? Bro, you can't be telling me there's no cameras. Oh, here we go. And from there, the mirrorless takes the stage. And Ultraviolet, of course. Ultraviolet's also very good with that. Yeah, VICG I saw did still have EBAD, but that's specifically because he doesn't really abuse it in terms of he doesn't have multiple abuse cases, and I'm sure they won't make a character that has multiple abuse cases of EBAD, so it's not too big of a deal. They might change it later if eventually they come out with a character that is camera that abuses it. In which case they'll deal with that when it happens. Let's see. Cool. I don't really want to run the math on this one. It's a buff. Let's just call it that. Cool. You get some max HP nerf. We're missing out on 80 HP at level 20, 60 at level 7 at level 15 when it matters. This is okay. I mean, it's any nerfs are good, but yeah, this isn't too big of a deal. Laura is getting a buff on her passive. She maxed it first though, so at least here it's actually completely the same. She's just getting buffed by 20% skill amp. And there is no compensation nerf. So Laura is just getting buffed for no reason. Awesome. She got buffed last patch by getting like an insane buff where she doesn't need to build attack speed anymore. And now they're fixing the bug that actually made her still need attack speed. Or like, slow down her combo. They're fixing that, and they're giving her more damage. Okay, well, I'm just gonna quickly, before we even begin this tier list. Cool. Let's just toss her up there. Isn't the ESD removal a huge nerf for Laura? Yes. However, she already ran a bunch of she already did run a bunch of percent amp anyways. She ran I believe she ran glacials sometimes. She would run drop near, which is good enough until Scotty. And I think she runs a head that uses it as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Can we quickly go to Laura quickly just to see some builds? She does run Scotty, but she's okay with running specifically drop near until she gets Scotty. Okay, she's currently not running any, okay, so she's not running too much right now. Okay, fair enough. But still, I think she'll still be good. I think that the fact that they've given her now an a scaling on this shit makes it like, okay, maybe you're right though. Maybe you're right. Maybe the removal of ESD is gonna be enough. But I'm just saying, she no longer needs to build any attack speed. So last patch she got buffed. This patch she got buffed directly and then nerfed indirectly. So we'll see where she ends up. I think she's already one of the strongest, if not the strongest character in the game, or one of them, anyways. Should say probably just to cover my ground. I think she's broken. I think she will continue to be good. Yeah. She didn't need the SD to deal damage, exactly, right? So there you go. Rosie gets a moon speed buff. I think Rosie's sleeper. I think she's actually not that terrible. But that might just be a matchup thing, so yeah. In any case, this is a minor buff. Moon speed's always pretty big, but like Rosie's already hypermobile, and this doesn't really help in too many ways. This helps her start a fight more than anything and get away from a fight. Inside of a fight, which is where she's moving and dashing around, it's not really gonna be too big of a deal. Like a character that doesn't have any moon speed or any dashes, where moon speed's actually much more impactful. Rio, she's going to get a buff on her thank you to compensate for, which is her short bow, by the way, to compensate for the change to Ebad. Not gonna be too big of a deal. And the second hit isn't dealing too much damage either, I guess. Actually, no, you max it, so it's just 4% from maxing it, so it's not too big of a deal. Oh, true, right. They took the MS off of pistols, so it doesn't even matter. How did that get nerfed? But dagger didn't get nerfed? I'm coping. I'm assuming this is because they're nerfing the other pistol characters for moon speed, but they don't want to nerf her moon speed. It's a lower nerf than buff, so it's overall, yeah, I mean, you know. But to be honest, do we really care about a 0.01 moon speed buff? Yeah, 0.01 moon speed buff. Let's move on. Attack speed and moon speed increase duration after flow stacks is going up by 0.5 on short bow, so cool. You oftentimes would reset it on itself though, so whatever. Daikyo gets a huge buff actually here. What the fuck? Wait, and this thing didn't even get... You never even ran ESD or EBAD, so... Yo, big lookout for Longbow Rio next patch. She has 10% more attack speed on what I think is already, personally, her best build. I think that the Longbow Rio is the best one in terms of player skill and like skill expression. So good looks on that shit. That shit is gonna go kind of hot. That shit's going off. Which by the way, I'm actually all for because I hate facing short bow. It's just a stat check and that's it. Just a stat check. Yes, exquisite. We do a bit of exquisite work here. Yes. I mean, yeah, but like I'm just saying, not in terms of actual power level, but in terms of like skill expression. Immortal, like short bow Rio doesn't show almost any skill, in my opinion, in all honesty. Because one of the best things you can do is just stop moving. And auto attack. Obviously, you have to do some good things here and there, right? Like, I'm not going to say that I'm at all better than Hat Moose or, you know, fucking all the rest of the real players at short bow. I'm just saying the difference between the best longbow and the second best longbow is probably bigger than the biggest difference between the best short bow and the second best short bow. You can just do so much more spacing and so many more like free auto attacks from longbow, which are kind of broken. And yeah, just good shit. Obviously, shortbow did use longbow sometimes, but yeah. You're probably better than Dona though. Yikes. Moving on. Catwalk. Mai. Okay, please, let's nerf Mai into the ground. I'm not reading it. I think this character is absurdly broken, and I think she will be quadruple S tier if this is not a nerf. Shield is going up, but it's a skill amp ratio, and you never build skill amp on Mai anyways, so that's basically a placebo. Defense numbers, okay, whatever. And then the exclusive is getting nerfed. Okay. So it goes up in base, but it's nerfed in ratio by the most important one, which is this one right here. Defense. She would have like 350 defense or some shit like that. And then she would press R at the end of her W, and it would literally do infinite damage. Or, I mean, it would heal infinitely. But to be honest with you, though, this is not enough of a nerf because most Mai's use R on you, the enemy. So, oh, by the way, you notice how these two are whip? If Lennox doesn't receive a super fucking nerf of some kind, I'm putting Lennox up here as well, okay? Just so we're perfectly clear here, Lennox is a piece of shit. Nerf Lennox. I'm sorry. All the fucking buff Lennox people. Nerf Lennox. Magnus. Broken Bullet is going down by 30 damage on Q. And 17 V1 is getting a bit more damage base. It is losing some AP, but Magnus wasn't really a big AP proponent anyways. And then it gains 10% skill amp. So this helps specifically the builds that actually use 17v1, which is going to be specifically the Bat Magnus Spy Umbrella that Fiesta Boy plays, and the amp builds that Meowie plays. So, personally, I don't have a problem with Magnus. I think Magnus is fine to get buffed. I don't know how much of a buff this is. It's a lot of damage on his W all-in combo, but it's not a lot of damage on his poke. So, yeah, ready to get one shot, I guess. Barbara. Barbara is losing skill amp, or basic skill amp? I'm guessing this is the basic attack amplification, right? This has to be basic attack amplification, right? Because this is skill amplification right here. It's an error, yeah, okay. So she's losing basic attack amplification. So I'm sorry to all of the Mallet and Vajra Barber players, but cool. And then skill amp is going up by almost double. She was, I would say, one of the biggest abusers, though, of ESD. So she probably needs this. And then free Electron Laser is getting a base nerf with a skill amp scaling ratio. Can anyone tell me how much is a pretty decent, like pretty average amount of AP in the late game? I'll move on for now though. And then the Q, the sentry gun getting sentry with a C, by the way, sentry gun getting hit with W is going down. It's getting the same thing. It's the fucking same number. I don't even know why we bothered. 200 for Exodia. Is that including skill amplification from mastery for characters, or is that just from items? Yeah, no. I don't mean the AP. I mean the skill amplification specifically. Yeah, percent amp. Yes, percent amp. We'll come back to that. Just for a regular character, you don't need to do the percent amp here. You just Celine. Celine is getting a base AP and base damage nerf, but is gaining 15% skill amp. And then R is getting a very similar treatment. Barber gets 70 without amp drone, so we're getting, how much is amp drone? Like 20%, give or take? You can reasonably be at 80 to 120 without RNG and 160% with RNG. So we're 20% of 100, let's say, that we're adding 20 damage per. 160 we're adding, I'm bad at math. 28? Yeah. Amp drone's like 45%. Oh my god, Amp drone's fucking busted. Huh? Barbara gets like 70, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, right, she mostly, so right now, but in the future, we're getting percent amp. So, yeah. They nerfed that shit, didn't they? Anyways, so yeah, we're looking at somewhere in the 160s. So, this is going to deal an extra 28 per. And it's losing 10. So, I mean, we're gaining, yeah, we're gaining a number that's less, basically, is what I'm looking at here. almost no matter what you tell me, it's going to be less than ESD was. So yeah, because ESD was like extra 100 or some shit. So yep. I'm playing for 200, 220 on amp on my Celine build late game for my 5 bombs. That'll be kind of gross. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to make sure to parry your ultimate. So you better be ready for the mind games. Shukai. By the way, it's really hard for me to assess how much this is actually going to be a benefit or a curse or whatever. So I'm just going to try to like go fast through these because I don't personally know how good or bad it's going to be. Go to the specific character if you want that. You want a really badly done tier list by an Aiden player. That's what you want. I'm going to ban Celine in all my games. Can't wait. Jukai. 1.5% attack speed per spear. Woo! Wow, he auto-attacked so much. Anyways. Cancelable, don't be canceling that shit. We're getting 10 AP. He doesn't really build too much AP anyways, so I'm moving on. It's a buff, but it's not too big of a buff. It's just AP. It's not like this is the biggest deal. Spears do have high base AP though, so yeah. It's a buff, cool. Shoeichi is going to get less basic attack amplification, which is really good because fuck Maharaja. Okay? Maharaja IMO is less skilled than Mount Slicer and like all the amp versions. So like the auto attack versions, fuck you. I'm sorry, fuck you. Okay? I don't like you. Skill amp is going way up though, but we're losing ESD, so cool. We're losing a big attack power ratio here, but we're gaining some flat, and we're gaining some extra skill damage. Passive is overall a nerf, I think. I think Dire Jukai might be back. True, maybe. I mean, I don't see it personally, but whatever. Passive is overall a nerf, I think. Yeah, I think this is a nerf. I think that like the stronger version of Shoeichi is Maharaja because it's easier and there's like way less outplay potential for people to outplay him. So yeah, I think like the amp version, which is this one's catering to, you're not going to get as much. Oh, it's playable. Okay. Passive is less, W is at the same, slightly more, Q's far less. Q, we're just doing a fuck ton less damage. That's epic. I like that shit. I'm assuming this is because it has a decent base and you're building a fuck ton more AP. But this is super big for killing, once again, the Maharaja and Vibro Blade and shit like that. Please get rid of auto attack Shoeichi, okay? Let's kill it. I don't want it in my game. The W is getting more damage though on like each pass through specifically. So the good Shoeichis are going to deal more damage here, okay? The good Shoeichis. But the bad Shoeichis are not going to be passing through as often. You need to pass through 4 times for the base damage specifically to deal more damage than this thing lost you. But you need to do it 8 times because this happens twice. So, no, wait, no. Bad Faith is the other one. So this is just the good. This is just the first Q. That Q change doesn't kill Maharaja. That kills normal amp. Maybe, but I think normal amp is better. Like, normal amp players are also just better at hitting W through players, and they need to do it. So they're going to be dealing more damage through W. It's rewarding good Shoeichis, exactly. Cool. Sua, we are getting... So we're completely removing our defense scaling. It's okay. She barely built defense anyways. But this is going to majorly nerf once again the Myth Helm Suas. So yep. We are losing AP, but we're gaining a big skill amp buff. How much skill amp did they actually run? I think it was like only like 40%, right? Like they didn't really run too much. Maybe they might start running some now. I don't get what skill amp scaling does for abilities. So the way scaling for abilities works is if you have an ability that says 40%, for instance, for Sasela, you are now doing, if you have 100% skill amp, you will deal an extra 40 flat damage. Or sorry, you'll deal an extra 40 damage on your ability before the damage calculation step, or sometime during the damage calculation step, basically. So, yeah. ESD, on the other hand, did flat true damage at the end of the damage calculation step. So, yeah. Version is probably on the table for Sua now. Yep, there you go. Probably at 60 to 90. Okay. So this is pretty good, but I don't think this, I mean, she uses it a lot, so we'll have to see where this goes. I don't think, it's hard to say. She loses AP and she loses defense. Hammers have a lot of AP, so I'm not sure how good this is. This, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a bit of a sissy, okay? Bit of a sissy. So the flat skill amp damage is applied after the rest of the amp calculation, but before defense. No. ESD applied at the very end of all the calculation. So whatever the damage you did, it just added, say, 15 damage on top of that. So if you had 100 damage ESD, or 100 ESD, every single time you hit them with an ability, even if they have 10 billion armor and your damage reduced to 1 or 0, I don't know if that's possible, but yeah, you would still be dealing 100 damage no matter what. The way it should work is base damage plus the things you see, which is percent amp times spell. Times spell amp? Do you mean skill amp? Minus anti-skill amp, I'm assuming. And damage that is then reduced by defense. Yes, but ESD works outside of the frames of the calculation. So, yeah. So it's flat damage plus AP times amp plus percent amp scaling. Okay, here, let me just go to it. Fuck it. Formulas. Here you go. Skill damage. Base damage times enemy defense, or times 100 minus whatever, times defense anyways. Times, now after the defense calculation, then you times it by the percent skill amp and minus their enemy skill damage reduction. And then, and only then, do you do the flat true damage. Yeah. There you go. That, I guess, is reduced by theirs. Cool. Yeah. Anyways, Sis now. So Sis is losing her ESD, which applied very decently, I think, especially more so back when she actually could use ESD better on her caltrops. Now you only apply it like once at full value, and then you're getting lesser from here on out. Oh my god. Don't worry, Skoink, it works the exact same way as before, okay? The formula stays the exact same. All they've done is delete this. That's all they've done. Everything else is the exact same as normal, okay? It sounds like amp scaling is amp percent applied before defense, and then you apply amp after defense. Exactly. Perfect. There you go. Boom. There you go. That's it. Okay. Cool. So Sasela is gaining instead of 24 up to 24 ESD. She's getting up to 24 skill amp, which is actually very impactful because her ability Q has great skill amp scaling now. Yeah, yeah. You should just go test it out. The Q is getting specifically the second half, the second parter we call it, as a sissy. We maxed it first, so it's going to deal 30 less base damage, but you're gaining 40% skill amp. We make a shit ton of skill amp on sis currently, so this is going to be very impactful, especially because we already have a 24% scaling right here when we are very low HP. I believe it goes up to 10% of your I believe you get maximum value at 10% or 20% of your HP left over, remaining health. So yeah, big damage on the Q. Obviously you're losing base, but like fuck it, we have huge scaling here, and we're gonna get a fuck ton. Play with us. The shield is getting buffed. It actually gets an AP ratio. So specifically, skill amp was really bad on sis in the meta where we used to shield ourselves, because skill amp never applies to the shield. It only applies to damage. So now that it gets a bigger, now that it has an amp ratio, you might actually use it on yourself, but honestly, you probably would never use it instead of dealing damage. I don't understand how amp applies to abilities twice is the problem. So it works like this. You have your base damage, then you have your enemy's defense, and then those work together to figure out a number. And then your skill amp is reduced. Your skill amp is reduced by their skill amp reduction, and that's it. That's it. That is the whole damage step. Oh, and this was already there. So what I mean, this is base skill damage is just right here. So whatever it says right here, for instance, sis, if we have 100 AP and 100 skill amp, we're dealing 40 more damage from AP, 40 more damage from skill amp, so we're dealing 210 damage, and that is what we apply into this step. Now we have 210 times this. Okay, cool. In any case, maybe Law King can explain it, but yeah, I have a whole fucking patch to still go through. Yeah. Are you even a cis player? SMH? You know, I mean, I'm a bit of a sissy. I'm a bit of a sissy, you know? Uh, so I don't think this is actually useful. I think this is a placebo, if anything. It obviously helps, but it only helps really when you're like going in over a wall with this, or when you're like escaping with this. Not too big of a deal though. Free at Last is getting nerfed by 25 damage, but we're gonna get more amp. We're getting more percent amp, so this is the buff overall. So overall, Sis got like majorly buffed here. This is actually a pretty big buff to Sis, and would actually move her well up the tier list. Like, yeah, this is fucking pretty big. You might even go into SS tier now. New passive is big for funny R. Beehee-haw, beehee-haw. We return to Sis? Maybe. We'll see. Sylvia gets more moon speed. Fuck. I thought Sylvia wouldn't get this moon speed, but she got it. Cool. Let's see. We got Q. The recovery is going way up, actually, because... Actually, no. She built a lot of tank items. So tank Sylvia is actually getting at less healing, I believe. But if you build AP on her, which you... I don't know, maybe you will at some point. This is going to be a buff. To be fair, though, this isn't really much of a nerf anyways. Yeah. Locke, how busted is Araya? I don't know. I don't know anymore. And then Power Slide is going up by a fuck ton if you build Skill Amp. So what this does do, though, is I think this actually might kill which I love to see, by the way. This might kill current Sylvia builds, which is crazy. Frankie Doodle stays winning. Frankie Doodle stays winning, but he's gonna have to figure out something new because I don't think this is the way you want to go. At least I don't think the current builds work with this changed version of Sylvia. So if I understand the formula correctly, Celine 5 bomb deals 1600 damage before defense. And then what about the percent amplification afterwards? Did you factor that in? Because if you didn't, or if you did, then take that out right now. But if you didn't factor that in yet, then like add that in after defense. So Sylvia might not be able to reset a fight 5 times? No, but she'll probably still beat your ass, Dona, because she probably can now one-shot you. Because this thing does infinite damage. Good luck. Adriana's losing attack speed. That kind of sucks, but like, it's okay. She mainly wove it in, so she probably will still have enough attack speed to work. She just gains an amp ratio here, and now her Q is skill damage, which is actually very impactful. This is a buff. This is a buff to Adriana if you build percent amplification. No, she's losing attack speed. It goes from 1.5% to 1.2%. So this is actually, oh wait. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Okay, they just fucking nerfed the shit out of Adri then. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay. Hey, okay, if she loses 1.5 AP per level and gains attack speed, that's a huge nerf. So yeah, that's really bad then. Adrian was optimistic. I mean, I'm optimistic about an amp version of Adriana that relies less on relies less on auto spacing um and like the base damage and true damage portion, and more to percent amplification. Because if you build percent amplification, this does way more damage. This does way more damage if you build percent amp. It doesn't do more damage. Armor exists. I mean, yeah, but like if you're building like a full amp build, this will do more damage. I'm fairly certain. I mean, maybe not at like the hyper late game when your opponents have 250 defense, but in the mid game, I think this will deal more. Regardless, I'm not sure. I don't really know numbers for this at least. I don't really want to go into the numbers too much of this one. It will never deal more damage. Okay, fair enough then. All right, cool. I mean, if that's the case, then cool. This fucking destroys Adriana, so whatever. I'm cool with it. Adina gets 5 AP. Her thing now deals 1 more damage over a 66% of the time. Or 1% more damage, sorry. So you're just gonna deal more damage faster. Cool. I mean, yeah, of course. Like the fact that the AP scaling became true damage was a big reason why Adriana had, like I always said that Adriana applied AP at like two times the rate to other characters because of her Q. But now that you can build skill amp, like there's some avenue there. Regardless, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being stupid. We'll see. Um, I haven't run the numbers, so if you guys say so, then I'll believe you. Q, Luminary. We're going up by 10% AP. The Sun conjunct damage is going way up by upwards of 25%. W is going up as well by, wow, that's actually a huge amount. 50 more damage and 20% AP. That's a lot. Damage when marked for the E is going up by double. And 15% AP. And then damage when hit is going down, which is good because you oftentimes didn't actually hit. So you're still going to get more damage though, especially if you're using the star variant. You're still going to get the hits on this, but this means you can actually use it with Moon, with Sun, and it'll actually hit. And then this is whatever. I don't really care. You get to use your ultimate faster. Cool. You already maxed it because you wanted some damage on it, so whatever. Overall, this is like a really, really heavy buff. We'll have to see. Like, the problem is with her, I think, is she's a really hard to balance character because if she deals too much damage, she'll just one-shot everyone. If she doesn't deal enough damage, then her bad matchups, such as I think Aiden, for instance, is just going to instantly use a full combo on her, and she's going to die without dealing any damage at all. Like, you can hit your abilities, but if you don't have a dash, you're just getting hit by all your opponent's abilities. And they have ways to, like, make it hard for you to get hit, or for you to hit stuff, whereas you can't hit shit, Yeah, the problem was, well, I mean, the problem being that she was the weakest character on the patch before doesn't mean anything. The part about her, part of her problems are kit problems exactly, is the issue, right? She has a kit that is purely about zoning without having the ability to actually not, or without having the ability to stop an opponent from staying on top of you. So Yuki's gonna fucking run amok on her. Fucking Sylvie's running amok on her. Fucking Aiden's running amok on her. Fucking everyone's running amok on her. Okay, if you can get on top of her, she's dead. And I don't think that changes this patch. With that being said, though, maybe her first combo into her next combo, maybe you're just dead. Maybe you're just dead to her. We'll see. Aya. Aya is her assault rifle or AR mastery level. You are gaining 0.5 basic attack amplification and 1.0 armor pen. That's actually way more impactful now that they don't have Enad anymore. The moon speed's going up because of pistol, but this also buffs sniper and AR specifically. Double shot, the SP is going down, but I think SP is a worthless stat. SP is going down steady shot as well. Honestly, like, at some point SP doesn't matter, and I think Aya is at that point where SP doesn't matter, so this is like a placebo at best. This does buff sniper and pistol more than AR though, because AR doesn't even use the ability. Everything's staying the same, but it's gaining a 10% skill amp ratio, which already used skill amp, but obviously it was 10 instances of ESD, which is why, they have to give it something. Sure, whatever. Isol. Isol is having the same thing for AR, same thing for pistol here. His W is getting more skill amp, which is actually really good for that stupid fucking amp version of pistol. This thing still does no damage though, so I don't care. Moving on. Alex. Alex is going to lose ranged Q base damage, but is going to gain a shit ton of percent amp. He does right now. He doesn't build any percent amp, right? He doesn't even build any ESD, right? Necessarily, except for Mystic Jade Charm, right? Is that crazy? Where's this guy, Alex? He does? I mean, I guess he has White Crane fan. About it, though. I think other than that, you're not really looking at any ESD, usually. You're looking at specifically Mystic Jade Charm and Penal Torrent. Yeah, so this is not too big of a buff. If anything, this is a bit of a nerf. I think he doesn't build enough to actually warrant this change, personally speaking. And then the same thing for melee version, but we're getting less AP as well. So I think personally this is a nerf, depending on how much amp he actually has. To be fair as well, he does have percent amp in his scalings, like his level scalings. So it's not going to be the biggest deal, but he's not getting a buff because of this. Yeah, exactly. Webmaster. Elena. Elena is getting a lot of sweeping changes here. I don't want to read them all, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay. Passive. Passive is getting 15 more damage base. This was omitted last time, but it basically just says as long as they get any additions to chill, it has a 5-second timer, and after 5 seconds, it'll basically almost entirely be gone, more or less. So before it was like every single fucking tick, you just bleed fucking chill. Now you're chilling. Pun intended. This does mean though that if you disengage, you're not like they're not gonna have any chill after re-engaging. The Q, but that also means that, you know, it's not going to go down while you're in the middle of a combat, which is fine. Crystal Elegance, 100 or first hit damage is going up by 20 base and 5% AP. You're getting 10 base here as well. Okay, for the second part, W is getting 40 base. That's pretty good. Use it twice in a fight, 80 damage. Not bad. And then Spiral is going up by 50. But honestly, this one was kind of hard to hit anyways, to be honest with you. 10% AP nerf. What are people running on Elena right now? Is there a single Elena that I can see here that actually gives me information? There is, okay. I feel like they're running amp, aren't they? Yeah, they're running percent amp. Or I mean, not percent, I mean ESD. So why did they not give her any percent amp scalings? Unless she gets, wait, does something called? Red Panther got the change, right? I guess. I mean, I guess they just wanted to take that out, so I don't know. Cool. To be fair though, they didn't give her any AP ratios, so it's not like they're gonna go something else, really. They're probably just gonna go. There's probably gonna go percent amp or some shit. I don't even know. If anything, I feel like this isn't even that big of a buff. Like people are saying this is a big buff, but like I don't really see this big of a buff. This is the big buff. Oh, sorry, this one. This is the big buff. I don't see any other big buffs here, personally. It's kind of just whatever. Obviously, this deal more damage is great though. So kudos to that. Great job. Like she has some damage, but it's nothing like sweeping that makes you want to do something. That's what I mean. Emma. Emma is gaining damage on her Q, kill me, but is losing AP scaling and is gaining skill amplification scaling. She did lose a lot of ESD. She built ESD, so this is probably going to do less damage. It's only 10%. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of fucking damage. It's not a good reason to go skill amp. This, on the other hand, though, sheesh. 35%, 20 AP, and you're only losing 15 damage. Okay. Obviously, this was 3 instances of ESD, which is why they needed to give it such a huge buff. But, goddamn, that's a lot. But to be fair, every single one of these are an instance as well, so like, okay. They didn't forget to change it, So they reduced the amount of items that had ESD. Um, Nathapon doesn't really abuse ESD because he can't, he doesn't apply it on abilities like characters like Aiden. He doesn't have multiple multi-hit instances of abilities like AR or Heart. So you don't really have to nerf it too. You don't have to get rid of it for Nathapon specifically. It's not like he ran a single other item that gave ESD other than VICG. So yeah, Eva, Eva is getting a change. I don't know. I think this. I don't know. I think she builds a bunch of percent amplification. You guys say that the you guys say that the Asiana thing's a nerf. So I guess this has to be a nerf. But like the fact that this now applies the fact that this now scales with percent amplification makes it like not that big of a nerf. In fact, if you're a squishy character, for instance, if you for some reason have a build, if you for instance, no, it's not just that I didn't have a scaling before. That's not how it works. True damage didn't get multiplied by percent amplification. This gets multiplied by percent amplification. Skill damage does. So it's more than just receiving a scaling. When AGQ was like 30 damage, true damage ticks. I mean, is that the same thing? I'm getting a call at 11 at like 11:47. Should I answer? Let's see. Hello? Oh, it's Eric. I forgot to change your yeah, streaming. Eric, who just says hi? Yes. Okay, cool. Love you, Eric. Bye. I think he got locked outside. I think he got locked outside our apartment. So cool. So are they just removing true damage from the game straight up? I don't know. Probably not. There's probably some instances still that are available. Yes, and asking if you can send money. I need to change the number on Eric's thing. Anyways, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't think this is that big of a nerf. I don't even know if this is a nerf. I think this could be a buff. We'll see. You want to keep doing the patch while you let him in? You want me to keep doing the patch while you let him in? No. Someone let him in, so we're good. He'll call again if need be. Elena, or 11, sorry. She gets a fuck ton more attack speed. Cool. This obviously hurts a lot, but whatever. Well, like, it's just, I'll just get fucking murdered more. And then hopefully I don't die. Zahir. Zahir gets nothing or loses nothing and gains a fuck ton of skill amp on his W, his Godiva, which is actually a big deal. Yeah, I know, right? 11 wasn't attacking fast enough, exactly. Personally, I would have liked it if they nerfed the crit and the EBAD version of 11 and then added this for the amp version, because amp is, I think, needs that, whereas EBAD and crit didn't need that. Sure. Giga Chad amp Zahir is much better than, but tank isn't buffed as much. Yeah. Cool. Sure. Whatever. I don't really know. I don't. We'll see how this goes. Jenny, fuck it. Chiara. Chiara gains... What the fuck is this? Wait. So you're telling me they just buffed Crit Chiara because because ESD Chiara got changed. Crit Chiara got buffed. This is what you're telling me. I don't give a single fuck about Amp Chiara. That shit never mattered. But this is going to get benefits from weapon mastery, right? Chiara Eternal Return. Fuck. Whatever. I'm pissed. Does it show it here, by the way? Does it have their percent scalings or what? Maybe over here? Okay, I don't know if they have any percent amp scalings here in terms of like different per character. But yeah, so we're going to get, you know, 1.8 times 20, some number that looks like 20 point something. 20.6, I don't give a shit, whatever. 26, I don't know. Something like that. 28? 36? I don't know, something. All I know is I don't want to be facing fucking more damage on Chiara. What is this? Why is she dealing 20 more damage per tick? 36, awesome, epic. So now we're doing, now it's 20% of 36, so a fifth of 36, which is something like 7. Cool. So it's literally a buff of fifth of it's 52, which is 27 damage buff per tick for no reason at all. Why are they buffing these characters that are brain dead easy, that are just being memed on for being hard? Bro, I'm actually coping. I'm actually so upset right now. Where's my fucking EBAD removal compensation? I don't get any. Look at this. Ready for this? We got one. We got that over there. We got that over there. Where the fuck is my compensation, bitch? Anyways, moving on. Stupid fucking company. Felix. Felix gains attack speed. Per weapon mastery, cool. Yeah, but fuck Heart, okay? We don't know where Heart. We are Chad Aiden players, okay? We're not weirdo fucking Heart players, all right? Let's be honest here. Okay, cool. Passive goes down. They're just They're kind of just reversing what they did to kill him. Eventually, he'll be at a good state. I don't think he's there yet. But he might get there at some point. Who knows? Where's Caffey? Sure. What the fuck? Sure. Wait, are we not all? We're not all Aiden players? I thought we were all Aiden players. Anyways, free charge time reduction when in full bloom. I have no idea what that means. Moving on. Huh? You're not an Aiden player? Yeah, well. Everyone give him the wave. Everyone give him the Tia wave. Only Aiden players in this chat, okay? Only Aiden players here. Say bye-bye to Zyrith. Should I actually do it? No, okay. We're just gonna go ahead, pop on over to our chat window here, and then just delete. Yep, there you go. Now you're an Aiden player. There we go, buddy. Aiden players, woo! Alright. So Fiora gets a bit more spear scaling. Are there any auto attack spears? I don't really know. Whatever. I mean, Fiora doesn't really use spear. Yo, Scintilus, thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you as well, by the way, for the water like 4 hours ago. That was very needed. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the bubble double shuffle shovel bubble. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the bubble toilin tubble tumble clubble. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Banes only, let's go. You already know. If you're a spear user, yeah, but like, wait, really? I don't even, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is she even running right now, like, for spear? I don't even know what the fuck she's running. Ah! Oh, well, this person's using two hand. I don't know. I don't see, I don't know. Actually, can we go to, like, live stats, maybe? Like, uh, Yora. Just go to this. So, a bit more than Rapier. Ooh! Okay, we're almost at the same levels as these ones. What are we running right now? Are we running AMP? Are we running AP? We're running crit. Okay, so this is a buff to the crit version. I was seeing... Shit, what's his name again? Is it ITF, I think? ETF, maybe? Maybe it's ITF? EFT? Nope, I have no idea. IFT? Is it IFT? I've seen this motherfucker. And this guy is the scariest piece of shit I've ever seen in Norms, okay? This Fiora player actually just -1s me the fuck out of the game with his crit Fiora every single game he kills me. I see him in. Amp Spear Fiora? Based. Okay. In that case, that's a bit of a buff, but I mean, you know, it's percent scaling, it's whatever. Attack speed at some point is just not impactful because you can't auto attack every single time that you're able to. So so attack speed is actually like a bit of a whatever stat. As long as you have enough, you're good to go. Unless you're playing like AR or some shit where you're able to always auto attack. That's a different story. Heart. Heart is gaining more basic attack amplification and more attack speed. So this is one of the reasons. This is one of the characters that actually can use attack speed. So cool. Hedgen. Got buffed. Stupid fucking company. The fuck is she? Okay, Akion time. Okay, well, the basic Death Adder just got basic attack amplification, one per level, and then all the other versions got 2 per level. I mean, that's worse. That's just worse. So whatever. Control F Lennox. She's going to get cost reduced. Bro, I can't believe they're encouraging people to play Lennox, dude. Are you kidding me, man? Get rid of this character, dude. Get rid of her, please, man. Please. Anyways, moving on. Enough copium. No. Hedgen being weaker at first but scales more is completely false. You max this thing first, so at levels, I think like 5 or something, you already have this. You're already at this ability. I'm pretty sure do you not max it before passive as well? Like, you get this. You get to the even before it's relevant. So like, yeah, there's basically almost no time that there is an actual nerf to this fucking character. Yeah. Like, most fights happen around level 7, give or take. At least the big important ones, which is non-grief. Those are going to be your tree fights. Level 7, 8, give or take. Um, so if you're contesting tree, you're like level 8. This is already a buff, you know? Glove. We don't need to worry about this because this isn't a real item. Beam Club's not a real item. Divine Fist. We are losing 29 EBAD and we're gaining 1.5 per level. Okay. This is fucked up. Okay, can we just talk about this? This thing had 3 more. 3 more. Lao She ignored my request. Oh, can we make a tier above SS and call it? Anyways, so Erudite had 26 EBAD and it got 1 per level. And you're telling me that fucking Dai Lin needed, and people with literal like glove skill needed 1.5 just because they have 3 more EBAD. Bro, please, I'm dying out here. Please give me 1.1. 1.1% basic attack amplification. Please, I'm begging you. Let's see. So Frost Petal Hand is losing a bunch of ESD, but it's gaining skill amp and skill amp per level, and it loses some AP. Overall, okay. Yes, Erendite is 1 AP per level. To be fair, it did gain some base. Oh wait, you're right. It's not even basic attack amplification, it's just base. I whatever. True, true. Um, is that even worse? No, probably not. Permafrost is much weaker compared to Frost Petal compared to in the past. Yeah, I mean, true. Actually, yeah, funny enough, this thing literally outscales Permafrost. What Permafrost does, I think, still have bigger benefits. For instance, the Frost Touch, or what the fuck it's called. Okay, pistols. I'm not even gonna read this. I don't give a shit, honestly. Just remove the moon speed on them. I don't care. Electron Blaster loses a 2 EBAD per 2 EBAD per level, but it gains 2% base attack amplification. Who even runs Electron Blaster? Historically, it was Rozzy, it was Jenny, quote unquote. It was Sylvia. None of those characters actually use it, I think, well enough in terms of like, I don't actually think that, sorry, I should say, none of them use basic attack amplification well. So I think because they don't really have any like, they don't have any way to like actually enhance their own basic attacks to deal more damage. So in all honesty, this is a massive nerf to Electron Blaster. This is not worth what it was given. EBAD is way more impactful than, yes, than base attack amplification for pistol users specifically. At least the current ones that we have available to us. Guitar gets a shit ton more base attack speed. Heart also gains the 0.15, I think, attack speed. So that's a lot of attack speed now. Especially because this is the percentage. So you're actually gaining more this way than if they just buffed one or the other. Because they work off of each other. That's great. We back to Magnum Boa Rozzy. You already know. Love and whatever the fucking other one. Love and Peace, I think, is the passive name. Charm. I don't know why. Is it not Love and Peace? I swear to God, it's Love and Peace. Anyways, maybe it's just Love and. Charm duration is going down early game, but it's the same late game. Obviously, this is good. You're probably still dead if you fucking get hit by it anyways, so whatever. We back to Devil's Marksman. Hey, it's just Love and? Okay, never mind then. Take it back. This is not a weapon. This is not a weapon. This is not a weapon. I think this one's... Is this a weapon? Let's see, where's heart? Guitar. Okay, come on, guys. Let's do heart then. No, Ruby Special was not. Super Strat? Don't think that's one either. Yep. Wild Horse is not one. Humbucker Pickup? Nope. The Wall. The Wall is one. Okay, so start from the Wall. This thing just loses Ebad. They didn't even run the Wall, dude. What does this thing even have? Decent AP and some attack speed. Okay, well, cool. Bohemian loses. So we have to properly look at these items to see if they're good or not. Bohemian is critical strike. Okay. AP, HP, attack speed, crit strike, and then it gains a bit of critical strike damage instead of Ebad. I mean, critical strike damage works a lot better with crit chance than Ebad does, so that's good to see. It gains AP, but it loses 40% attack speed, and Heart is one of the characters that actually wants attack speed. You're obviously weaving a lot of abilities in, but because you're a range character with a pretty decent attack range, you do actually want attack speed, so not looking good there. Satisfaction. Satisfaction, I think, is that's the current one we use, and then we swap into Teen Spirit, right? I'm fairly certain this is the case. So Satisfaction loses a shit ton of attack speed, gains a ton of AP though, and a bit of lifesteal. I think this is worth it. This is a lot of AP. I mean, to be fair though, the wall only has 20% attack speed. That's not that much. I guess actually, when you look at it this way though, Satisfaction is just the wall with worse stats but lifesteal. So, in all honesty, the wall might be better than Satisfaction at least. Weird. Wonderful Tonight is gaining. It's Wonderful Tonight. We don't go fuck about Wonderful Tonight. Moving on. Stairway to Heaven is, which one is that again? This is the amp one, right? Isn't it? Yeah, amp. Yeah. Moving on. Thing fucking sucks. Teen Spirit loses all of its Ebad, gains a bunch of attack power, but loses attack range. This is a nerf. In all honesty, every single guitar looks like it's nerfed. Yo, Min, we are chilling at the dagger section right now. We've already gone through the Celine. We already got all the info. All the guitars look like shit. Yo, Bread. Hello. How are you, sir? How are you doing? Ravi, thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome. Welcome to the stubble, soil, bubble. Thank you. I think daggers are going to be better after this update. I don't want that. If Teen Spirit doesn't have attack speed, then the wall is the best target, or the best guitar, yeah. Now it's skill amp. I mean, true, but I think Shoeichi more or less wanted basic ESD more than skill amp. So yeah. Teen Spirit. Oh yeah, true. Teen Spirit does keep its attack speed, so it's actually probably the premier guitar, even though it has less AP. But it still gains the attack range, which is good. I think, does it have anything else? Doesn't have any. No, it doesn't have any lifesteal. Whatever. Dagger. Maharaja goes. Thank. I'm so. Thank God, dude. I fucking hate Shoeichi, man. I'm actually crying right now, guys. I'm so happy right now, dude. Thank fucking God. They've just added like 3 seconds at least to this thing. Like anything. Fucking hell, man. Please. I actually like Shoeichi. I like Shoeichi. But fuck Maharaja Shoeichi, dude. That shit is the most toxic shit I've ever seen in my life. It does gain a buff here though, but like at least at least you're not gonna proc it once at the start of a combo for damage, and then proc it while you're chasing me after your initial combo has just run out. At least now you have to like you have to already be on top of me, and hopefully at that point it kind of works out a little weirdly, you know? But yeah, like this way I'm not just facing someone with an extra 50.5 movement speed, an extra zero point 0.9 or it's not 0.9, like an extra 90 AP. Like that shit was toxic as fuck. Karn went in. I mean honestly, this is a buff. This is the buff to Karn went in. 33 AP, and then you get 2 per attack or 2 per thing. There's a lot of, I think currently a lot of, how to say this? A lot of dagger users weren't really auto attacking very much. So like maybe to Jackie, but like for instance to Kathy, you could maybe like you could actually maybe run this. I don't know. Let me check out the weapons here. Hold on. Before I make this claim, check out some weapons. So we have, let's see how much. Okay, that one doesn't apply here. 50. So we are at 33, 10, and levels get 20, so 53, and then we're up to 70. This one, same thing here. Okay, I mean in terms of AP, this is the best AP one now. Okay, they auto attack, but they didn't auto attack enough. They don't auto attack enough for 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 Enad to apply harder and like more toxically than AP. For instance, Daniel and Shoeichi now get better AP ratio, now get better AP scalings or better damage on their abilities than before with the thing. I mean, we can have differing opinions on that. Oh, we can have different opinions on it, but this is my opinion. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, and we'll move on from there. Okay, sound good? So, IMO. This is going to help the caster versions if they ever want to run Karnwennen. This is not going to help Jackie. Yeah, moving on. Cool. Mount Slicer. Um, Mount Slicer is losing 2 ESD and is gaining 19%. Attack power is going from 20 to 15. 35, sorry, so 15 AP and some skill amp. I don't know. Hard to say whether this one's good or not. This is mainly only used for Shoeichi, so it's only a Shoeichi thing. He applies a fuck ton of instances of ESD, which is why it was so important that Mount Slicer existed for him. But we've seen that he can run without it, with just AP and things like that. So I think this should be fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. It might be going Kathy. Yeah, true. Kathy might actually want this now again. Uh, the dash from Maleficent Helix is no longer gets canceled by movement command. Movement commands. Oh, this is different than what I thought when I read it originally. I actually have no idea what this means. So that means you could de-skill one way and then click the other way and it would completely cancel the movement, more or less. Cool. Uh, we don't care about that. STG. basic attack damage is being changed on STG. Wait, what the fuck was STG even? What fuck even is this? This is obviously an AR, so assault rifle. STG was that thing. We don't need to worry about that. Moving on. AK-47, don't worry. M16, don't worry. AK-12 is the first real one. Okay. It loses 2 AP per level, but it gains literally 20 AP, so you're at level 10 already. But that's a nerf, isn't it? You get 5%. That is AK-12. Sorry. I don't think that this is going to make... I mean, it might actually... Okay, hold on. Now that Aya and Isol can't use EBAT anymore, they're gonna start running, or like they're gonna be getting more damage per auto attack, which therefore means that their crits are gonna deal more damage. So it's not bad. I think this could actually be fine. That as well. That as well too. Yeah. Is AK-12 like, are people gonna start running AK-12s with like radar and shit? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see if this is what actually happens. Don't say lack-a-lol. Come on, Kata. Come on. So the reason to not just build Agni is basically just the AR changes. Yeah. There's something here, but we'll have to see if this actually means anything or not. The AP only being 20 is actually not that big of a deal when you consider that they're dealing more damage per auto attacks anyways. XCR is gaining not enough to matter, so this is actually... This is a nerf. What the fuck is this? This is bad. Cool. Type 95 is losing attack range. 1.0 is fucking disgusting, so good. But you wanted... To be honest, if you're running Type 95, you probably wanted Mythquiv anyways, so you would switch out Type 95 anyways. So, like, what the fuck is this? Whatever. Gatling gun. Wait, what? Gatling gun? Isn't this... Okay, this wasn't even a complete item anyway, so who gives a fuck? Moving on. Agni. Agni is losing 9 EBAD, but is gaining 18 AP, which is a lot. And it is losing... Wait, hold on. Agni is losing 9 EBAD, but is gaining 18 AP. But Aiden loses 26 AP and gains 33 AP over the core, like up to level 20. This is bullshit. I gained that as scaling. This is base, bro. This is fucking base damage. Not only that, I'm getting pissed now. Not only that, the basic attack amplification per level is 1.5. They're literally getting better treatment than fucking Erendite while having, and that wasn't even including the fucking basic attack amplification. I hate this shit. Fuck this game, man. Why would they do this? Please, I want to see something other than Agni, bro. Fuck this game. Rapier. Durandal is gaining magnetic midnight, the same as that lightning, the lightsaber. Is this beneficial on anyone at all? No? Who wants this? Who can even use Rapier? Adela. It's good on Adela. And Elena. Maybe. No, it's not even good on those two because they don't even want to build that anyways. Bro, Magnetic Midnight. Bro, if you're running this for fucking... If you're running this for fucking Chiara... Okay, you're right. Actually, Rizis makes the best point here. It's good for Meteor Contest Chiara specifically. It's good on those guys specifically. You don't want Magnetic Midnight anywhere past, like, the beginning of the game, okay? Like, the thing is, or I should say, it doesn't do anything because Chiara as a character, that's not a problem with the character, you know? You just auto attack, or sorry, you just E someone once you've confirmed the hit, you ulti weapon skill on top of them. Now you're sitting there, they have to go through your entire auto attack range just to get away. The attack speed wasn't going to make a big enough difference. I know you've seen that, but that means he's fucking down bad. This is not going to be the deal breaker, I think. I think this doesn't do anything for Chiara, personally. I think this is like the most placebo shit I've ever seen. Makes Pegasus with Meteor? Really? I don't see it. I feel like anything you do otherwise is going to be worse than the current combo that they use. For the meteor, you're not gonna. Yes. So again, I think at that point in time, it's good. Otherwise, I don't think it's useful. Red Panther, you're losing 5 AP. You're losing SP regen that's fake. You're losing ESD. You're gaining percent skill amp and healing reduction. It's a lot less damage. This to me is like corrupting touch. Like it it has healing reduction, but like bro, the rest of these stats are not looking good. Would you say Red Panther is nerfed? Yeah, this shit is nerfed. No, I mean Adela builds it too. Adela builds it too. We've actually seen games today with people building on Adela. I know that Passant was running it on his Adela, I think. Other people might have been running it too, but yeah. Sword of Justice is actually going to be the new final form of Mistletoe until you get a Tree of Life. So, you know what's really weird actually? I feel like they don't do this enough. This is a weapon that is final formed, I think, before before getting the tree or before getting an RNG item, and then you get the RNG item, you just slap it on top. I feel like no other weapon, almost no other weapon, actually has that. You have it for things like Commander's armor, you know. But yeah, because like in all honesty, this is literally just fucking Mistletoe. This is just Mistletoe of last patch. That's it. They just stuck the fucking stats from Mistletoe onto Sword of Justice and called it a day. True, but wasn't Plasma Sword fucking ass? Let's see. Sword of Justice does have 12%. It has 3% less. It was Slay Worst Land? Okay, yeah, so it did somewhat exist. Uh, yeah, other than that, though, it's like basically the same fucking item, right? It is actually just the same item. Still awake? Yes, I've not done the fucking patch notes, Jana. Edge. Wait, Wakeage. Less Wokage. Why? This is so deep. Why is there so many things here? Tank Chiara gonna have a field day next season. You already know. Once you get OP item, I mean it's a good upgrade, right? You gain 10% AP, you get 5 AP. I think it's fine. I think this is like, I think you're okay with that. It's not the biggest deal, but like, you know, what are we going for with Commander's armor, you know? We get, I think it was 12 defense and 4 AP. So like, it's kind of comparable, right? Oh wait, it's only 2%. Yeah, it's like in vision range. Yeah, but I think vision range, while it's cool and all, I don't think vision range is like, I think vision range is a bit of a useless stat. Specifically because I don't think people actually use vision range properly. Like people aren't playing around vision range like how they should be if they're investing stats into vision range. So yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously +1 from 0 is good. +1 from 0 is a good thing. You're not getting your points back, Kata. I'm stealing these points. I think specifically I even said. God fucking. What did I say here? Can I even edit? Okay, let me see. Hold on. I need to fucking see this shit. Hold on. Oops. You're abusing and misusing my thing. Oh, I didn't even say it. Never mind. Okay, well, your build sucks and you should feel bad about your build, Kata. Give me that. Give me those fucking points. Reject. Oh, wait, fuck. I didn't mean to reject. No, I gave her back the points, dude. Oh! Kata, can you do it again? Can you just do it again? Okay, that works. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay, there's all the points. I've hydrated. We're good to go. Any idea how much longer the servers will be down? I have no idea, chat. What are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking there? Okay. Another 3 hours at least. Yeah, like we're looking for quite a long time. This is the preseason patch, so they have a shit ton to do, and you better believe something's gonna go wrong that they have to fix. There's no shot that everything's gonna work properly. Like, absolutely not. I have done, I brought a lot of things from the build stage into the live stage. Like, not a lot of things, but I've done a few things, like a handful of things, and it always fucking breaks. Always. When you go from like internal testing to external, like sending out into the world, it fucking breaks. Something goes wrong. Rizus, I will do a DAC review, but I will finish this. I will finish this patch notes first. Okay, sound good? Cool. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Being game dev is tough business. Yeah, I know, honestly. No worries, sounds good to me, Chief. Sounds good. And honestly, I might not get to it. Who knows? Like, who knows? Right? Like, if it's fucking 5 a.m. when we finally finish everything, probably won't be, but if it does, I will record it the next time I'm streaming, and I'll send you the VOD. Like, I'll send you the part in the VOD where it is, okay? And then we can talk it over in Discord or something. I won't chintz out on that one. You're good to go. Evening Star is getting a buff, only by 2% AP though. Not too big. Nothing to write home about. Hammer of Dagda is going from. Oh, Hammer of Dagda. That one is that one's the 11 run one, right? So it loses 22 EBAD and it gains 11 AP. 11's the only one who uses that, and she doesn't really care about AP that much, so it's not too big of a deal, I think. The EBAD was more important, I think, personally. Let's see, Fang Mace. Did anyone even run Fang Mace? I mean, they might run it now. It has 16%, loses 16 EBAD, or ESD, loses 1 per level, and then 20 AP is a pretty good amount, especially for like Magnus, for instance, who's probably the one who's going to run this. Sua Fang Mace, true. Thank you, good call. Yes. Sua. AP is good on that. Skill Amp is good on that. She had a fair amount of uses of ESD, but like I don't think they were like necessarily too low damage where ESD was really that impactful. So we'll have to see. He did run it, I think, but they haven't now. So I think this might incentivize Amp Magnus to come back. Sue will still run this because she doesn't have any other option. Whatever. Hammer of Thor. Hammer of Thor is going. 5 AP less. Wait, they just nerfed Hammer of Thor. Wait, it's the 11 nerf. We get an 11 nerf, boys. Drake, everyone. Let's go, boys. Big ups, Nimble. Yeah, I know she got buffed, but at least this isn't a buff to 11, okay? At least this isn't a buff to 11, so we're bing chilling. Bat. We don't care about Umbrella. We care about Magic Stick. We don't care about Magic Stick. Yeah. I'm just saying, at least she didn't get double buffed, you know? At least that wasn't all of her buff or anything. At least she got toned down in a different way. Spy Umbrella. Spy Umbrella loses 22 ESD, but gains 15% and skills healing reduction. I mean, Magnus is the one running this, right? Oh, so is Barbara. So is Barbara. Yeah. This is a nerf. This is a big nerf. Barbara used the fuck out of this. This might be okay on Magnus, but this completely destroys Barbara. So, there you go. Called the Barbara haters, of which I might be one of them, in the Aiden versus Barbara matchup. Well, yeah, but like, I know that Magnus uses Pakua, but Magnus could use Pakua. Magnus could use Spy Umbrella. In fact, specifically, yes, the boy still uses Spy Umbrella, does he not? So, yeah. Right, it is good for Amp Luke, that is true. It's good for Tia, that is true. Yep, it's good. It's good because Tia has the percent scaling on her true damage, so that's good. Yes, all others did. We'll see if they still do, though. I do think that this could mean that, like, you know, Luke might want this, for instance. Some shit like that. Because some characters didn't use ESD, but they do want skill amp. Crossbow. Crossbow gains 0.3, 0.25 attack range. 0.25 attack range as a base, which is good for, obviously, Nadine, but also for that new character, whatever the fuck her name is. Let me know, chat. Let's go. The Booba character. One of the many Booba characters. Carla, thank you. Laser Crop, we don't talk about that one. Legend of the General goes down by 10 attack speed. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's gonna be a Carla weapon, so I feel like that's just a preparation for Carla more than anything. Golden Ghost is. Wait, actually, what did Legend of the General have? Did it not have EBAT as well? No, it didn't. It just had AP. Okay, cool. My fault. Booba, respectfully. Okay, guys, come on. Respectfully, please, guys. Kata, that was after you were informed. I'm gonna have to remove that. You were informed of this. Come on. Golden Ghost is losing all of its EBAT and only receiving 2 basic attack amplification, which specifically for Nadine is not a good look, because Nadine didn't really care about auto attacks, more or less. She cares more about like how her auto attacks interact with her ultimate and shit like that. So honestly, this is not good for Nadine. This is turning crossbow away from Nadine more than it already is, kind of. I feel like most people are running, at least as far as we see on NA, they're running bow for better farming. 1%. Okay. Very respectful. Nice, Kitsu. Very respectful. Thank you. Okay. Loiger and Czar is losing all of its ESD. No more DS Rampage bullshit with ESD, okay? That's gone. It is gaining some percent amp though. How much is that? Dual swords. Go back. Dual swords are, let's see, Asura was the one that had it, right? 1% skill amp per level. This has 2 per level, so it's actually pretty good. It is very good. Like obviously, like it's just good for instance, like Yuki, right? Like Amp Yuki, but that shit's only available in team modes. You never play this in solos, so yeah. The Hex is also getting a huge buff, which is actually really good considering, you know, we gained more damage already. So yeah, DS Amp Camilo, Keck W. Starsteel is, thank God, they are fucking killing Starsteel. At least it's EBAD, okay? This shit was the most toxic shit I've ever seen. This made Camilo fucking toxic as fuck. This made Jackie toxic as fuck. I would die randomly so heavily to Starsteel. Thank God they fucking gutted this. Honestly, man, I don't give a shit, okay? This they because of how often they auto attacked with Ebad, going like they would apply this shit like 100 times every like 2 seconds, okay? So they needed to remove this shit, and thank God they did, because this shit was so toxic. So toxic. Thank God. All I'm saying is, this moves, okay, Jackie, honestly, is still not too easy of a, like, it's not too hard of a matchup, I should say. ESD. Like, it was like a B tier matchup. Like, it wasn't the worst thing ever for Aiden. It wasn't like the best thing ever for Aiden. It was fine. Now it's easy as fuck. Like, now I'm not gonna fucking die to Jackies for no fucking reason again. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The Smiting Dragon, I mean, it might be usable now. I mean, you never really wanted this though, right? So like, cool. Kata, this is going to be a season 6 tier list. This is my meta predictions, but this is SSS, not S. This is going to be a meta prediction for the next season with my poorly informed opinion. Anyways, moving on. Arcana. The star, instead of using a barbed blossom, is just using barbed wire. To be honest, this doesn't really matter that much, I feel like. You already have you already have flowers on the ground now anyways, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this opens up opportunities to not go through flower zones, which means you can also skip which means you can skip cemetery and forest if you know if it was good, like to go there. You can skip those for specifically feathers and for um flowers. But I don't know, whatever. Yeah, skill amp sis will be good. It will deal a fuck ton of damage. If you thought that the other sis did a lot of damage, this one's gonna one shot your ass. For real. The star is beach plus ice instead of beach plus cemetery. Okay. If that changes the builds, that's good. Gives more routing options. That's fine. I think that Bianca didn't really need this though. She was already doing pretty good, so whatever. I don't know. Like at the end of the day, they're still gonna get the same fucking items anyways, so sure. Unless this opens the door to some crazy new build that like, had terrible routing and now has insane routing, I don't give a shit. Shuriken. Finally, Shurikens will deal more damage to summons. Thank God. Fuck. Fuck needing to hit him 4 fucking times. I need him 3 times. You already know. Basic attack range. So Sith gets a huge buff here from this one because we actually like attack range, and we're one of the only Shuriken users. I say we by the way, because I'm still a sissy. We're one of the only Shuriken users that actually auto attacks. If you look here, Zahir doesn't auto attack. Sela auto attacks. Ejin doesn't run this shit. Emma barely auto attacks. Like once, and she does it easily within range anyways. But she's not going for like heavy auto attacks like she used to. She's mainly going for like decent auto attacks. Or like, like decent she's not auto attacking very heavily for any specific reason. She just auto attacks when she can. Um, Alex auto attacks, but like not too much. Kind of just adds it in with like the rest of his combo. He doesn't auto attack too much. So Sis is the only like one who absolutely needs attack range as a part of her kit. So this specifically is a big buff to mainly Sasela. Slight buff to obviously, you know, Alex and Hedgen, or not Hedgen, Emma, but like not too big of a deal, personally, I think. We don't know more about Onyx, we don't know about that, don't know about that, don't know about that, don't know about that, don't know about Charm. Crossfam we don't know about. I think, no, we do. So it lost ESD, now gains that. Whatever, sure. Death Rune going to Legendary. Mystic Jade Charm is... Oh, actually, sorry. This one was a fucking free weapon, so never mind. Death Rune. Mystic Jade Charm. So MJC is losing 22 ESD, but you're now gaining Hex. It's a decent version of Hex, too. It's 100% skill amp. It's fine. Oh, right. Chloe. Oh, it's a huge buff for Chloe. Okay, yeah. No, that's really big for Chloe. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Chloe gets the biggest benefit of all. I will submit to the court the appeal. Chloe gets fucking hella buffed. Azure Dagger. Azure Dagger loses 32 ESD. And it gains... these stats are kind of worthless. This one's pretty good, though. 20%, it's not worth it. Azure Dagger probably isn't the play. This is a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. Hell Torrent, this is fine. I mean, honestly, you're using PT mainly for the auto attacks anyways. So the ESD, like, you're not really using it for, like, you never were using it for, like, you know, here, I'm going to have it out and spam you with, like, infinite small hits. You're like, I'm going to spam you with a large burst of damage and do a fuck ton of damage with, like, you know, Sis ulti. So this is good for Sis, but it's a nerf to Alex, I believe, who actually did apply a shit ton of instances of ESD with PT with PT in his inventory with PT. PT has less ESD than Azure Dagger. Yeah, I mean, it always has, or it hasn't always, but yeah. Overall, though, I think this generally speaking is a nerf to Shuriken users. Yeah, this is fine though. I don't know. We'll have to see how much it actually applies to them. Big nerf actually to like Zahir though. I think Zahir gets it fucking rough, but he got a 40% scaling, I think. So can't feel too bad for him. Emma also got nerfed, gets nerfed here. Two-hand sword. This is where we are. This is us, guys. This is us. Oh my. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. What? Why is there a Bart Simpson here? What the fuck is going on? Can we get some 07s or any versions of 07s you guys have? Rizis, stop! You can't disco! Rizis, you can't disco during our sad moment. This is fucked up. God damn. Okay. Anyways, so this thing gets hit really hard. It gains Erendite loses 26 EBAT, but it gains 13 AP and it gains 1 per level. Overall, this thing is getting outscaled by my mono at like level 10 or some shit. So yeah, but it's only getting, or maybe like 13, 15 or some shit. Yeah. Whatever. We will still probably be running this because, in all honesty, it's now. Okay, I'll say this. It was by far the best weapon, and it wasn't even close. Now it's on par with other weapons. If you actually look at the weapons, uh, two hand, nope, two hand, nope, two hand. There we go. If you actually look at the weapons here, you can see 67. So this one's like obviously really good. So Gwen is really good, right? But we have 44 attack power here. We have 53 now up to 83 or 73, sorry, 73. Then you have Excalibur sitting at 55. So in all honesty, like we probably still aren't going for Excalibur. This thing only has a HP, and I personally don't think HP is that big of a benefit. So in all honesty, this puts it in line, in my opinion, with the other non-transition swords. So it's not going to be like you keep it unless you get Dainsliff. Now it's going to be go ahead, transition out of it. Go ahead, make your Mono Zhao. Go ahead, make your Aurora Longsword, make your Levitin, make your Dainsliff. Honestly, possibly even make your Almas. ESD 30 less, but you have 30% skill amp. We don't make this on Aiden though, probably. Aiden's biggest source of damage is Q, and we can't apply percent skill amp on Q. And the other big form of damage is passive auto attacks with crit. We can't apply it there either. So I don't see Ampton working. If people want to try it out, go ahead. I'm not going to be playing Ampton. I'm sorry, guys. I'll play it for fun, but I'm not going to ever play it expecting to do a single thing right. Spear. Spear, B skill is getting nerfed in its damage. Cool. It was actually doing a fuck ton of damage. What is Fang Tian Huaji is actually one of the real ones. So it's no longer having reduced moon speed. It is no longer having all of this ESD, but it's gaining 16 AP or skill amp percent. I think obviously this is a nerf to. So okay. Actually, is this not a Is this Is this the nerf to Jukai? This is a buff to Jukai. He applies ESD every wave of his ultimate. He applies it on his Q, his W, and his E. We have about 10 instances, I believe. He has 7 waves, right? Or does he have 8 now or some shit? Or he have 10 or some shit? I don't even know. How many waves does Jukai ulti have? 7? Look up Jukai. Seven. And the damage is. How many Juggernaut stacks do you have? So you have you get 0.5 per. Is it 0.5 damage per? So it's 75 damage, I think. So each wave deals 60 plus AP, or 60 plus 50% AP plus Juggernaut plus 75. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Have fun with your tier list. Thank you. Thank you, Sparrow. Thank you. Wave. We are doing, what is this? 75 plus 75 is 150, minus 15, that's how I do math by the way, is 135. We're doing 135 plus 50% of AP, which is, I don't know, let's say it's somewhere around, let's go for 150, so let's say 75 on top of that. So we're looking at 210. 16% of 210 is. How do I do math? Times 1.16. So we're going for 33 damage per, give or take. So it's about the same. If anything, it's a bit nerfed. But we gained we gained moon speed, which is obviously very good. It's whatever. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Moving on. 18-foot spear. This is what Felix uses. It loses a bunch of attack speed. That's fine. And so Poseidon gains 3 AP. That's fine. Spear of Longinus. That is the Dainsliff of spears. It gets better. No one built it, so whatever. I mean, I guess I don't know why people didn't build it. Probably just because they didn't get Wick very often on Felix or some shit. I don't know. We'll see. Whip. Okay, guys, this is where the whip characters are getting nerfed. Okay, this is the one, boys. Okay. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, boys. Gleipnir. 21 ESD going to 16% skill amp. Okay, so this is specifically nerfing. This is going for specifically for Lennox. But to a lesser case, it's going for Laura, because I think Laura sometimes ran it, but not really. So, I mean, this is obviously good, right? Because there were so many instances of ESD being applied whenever Laura or Lennox like hit anything, so that's nice. Thunder Whip gets 5 AP, no one used Thunder Whip. Oranos is going to Legendary, whatever. Cathode Lash is going from 5 to 12. I actually need to see what Cathode Lash actually gave. Because I'm not familiar with the actual stats of it are. It would give a shield. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so it's going up from 5 to 12. People Pog, let's get our fucking Noxie Discos in the chat, boys. Yeah, I know it's Maharaja, but like it's not Maharaja, you know? All right, shield and moon speed. Forgot. Yes. Moon speed times 1 per one level times 1. Sorry. Hog. 20% moon speed. Insane. Cool. I mean, I'm cool for anything that nerfs Laura Lennox. I'm cool for it. Send it, bro. Send it. Plasma Whip is losing EBAD, but it's gaining 25 AP. Mai doesn't have the best AP scalings because of her uh passive giving, or because of her defense scaling, sorry. So defense is worse than EBAD, I think, probably. Did you see that clip of Lennox outrunning Biked Sylvia in the tournament some weeks back? No, I did not, but I can definitely believe it. Fuck Lennox. We hate Lennox in this chat. Let's go. I probably was in that tournament. I've been playing in a lot of tournaments recently. Mile just made Cathode Lash day 2. True. Honestly, anything that nerfs Mai, I don't give a fuck. I don't want Mai anymore. If anything, this actually is a buff to her against me because I don't build defense. So I don't really build any defense. So this whole 25 AP is probably going to hurt more than the actual EBAD did before. So yeah. I fell asleep to Lao She's voice and woke up to Lao She's voice. Feeling good. Hey, Bedge Drakes. Drake Bedge Drakes in the chat. I don't know how you can fall asleep to my voice. I feel like my voice is just fucking nails on a chalkboard, but I respect it. Good shit. You can sleep through a fucking hurricane. Play Ninetales, I don't give a fuck. If they got that shit, they win the game anyways. Ultraviolet is removing all of its ESD, but it's gaining 25 skill amp and 10 AP. And it's getting... Okay, this thing is actually insane. Your voice is nowhere near what you described. Hey, thank you. I think. I hope so. I hope it's better than nails on a chalkboard. I hope. My voice is smooth. It's probably the lisp. I have a bit of a lisp, a subtle lisp. So everything kind of flows together, you know? Except when I pause like this. Anyways, this shit is crazy. Ultraviolet is insane. Build this shit on Nathabon. This shit goes crazy. My sock, my cum sock, 6 AP reduction, but it gains second wind. When taking damage from an enemy player, you gain 40 plus level times 5, so 140 HP shield for 2.5 seconds. It activates when you're taking damage, which is good because that's when you're taking damage, obviously. And it does it from the very beginning. But it has a 25-second cooldown, so you're only hitting this one per fight, twice per getting chased. Cool. I don't know. I don't think this is good enough. I mean, it's great, right? It's good, but like it's just 140 it's just 140 shield at level 20 in the late game when you don't want it anyways. They do. Those shields proc embolden, yes. So that is a way for Hyunwoo to proc embolden. Good call. Throw. We're on to throw. Min, we're on to throw. Let's go. Okay. David Sling is okay. This way. David Sling at 36 EBAD, bro. What the fuck? Yo, throw sissies in chat. What about us, bro? We gain 6 AP and we lose, and we gain 2 per level. I mean, throw characters are inherently AP reliant because we use a lot of auto attacks. So it's naturally going to be more beneficial than on other characters where you're just using basic attacks. With that being said, though, this fucking destroys William. Like, this fucks William so hard. Like, it's absolutely absurd how much this fucks William, so William gets fucking tossed around for this shit. Sis is okay. I mean, you know, Sis is fine with this. But to be honest, if you were going David Sling, you auto attack a fuck ton. So this is just a nerf to David Sling. This just sucks. This sucks, bro. This sucks. Grenade of Antioch, we are gaining a very similar thing here, but instead of AP, we are gaining base attack amplification. Once again, we're trying to go for William here, but this doesn't help. William's still fucking bad with this thing. I don't think William's gonna do much with this. I believe his Q makes it so he auto attacks twice. Doesn't actually give him an amplification, so yeah. William's fucked. Fucking dead, bro. Fireball. Attack power 22 to 15, but we gain 3% per level skill amplification. We are chilling at 60% skill amp late game. Bro, this thing goes fucking bazonkers. Badonkers. Badonkadonk. This shit goes crazy, dude. What the fuck is that? Hold on. I can't even type prop. I don't even have my keyboard anymore. Bro. Celine with this shit goes crazy. Eva with this shit goes crazy. Sis with this shit goes crazy. Bro. That is fuck. Okay. William goes crazy. Anyways, moving on from that. Bows. Golden ratio is getting it's flattening, so it's no longer so basically at level 12. I think it's about equal. It's a bit worse. It's a bit nerfed, I think. Usually I think you actually want the item from levels like you want You want, or should I say this? It's impactful around levels like 9 when you're actually fighting with the extra skill amp. You're only 3% up, but now you're losing upwards of, 3 to 8% at levels 15 to 20. So, yeah. Golden ratioed bow. Like, someone should actually make a fucking Twitter thing for that, or like a fucking like a meme for that shit. It's actually been fucking ratioed. It's been ratioed by elemental bow. It legitimately got ratioed. Can we go to the bows real quick? Bow. Golden ratio, elemental. 56, 55. Bro, it got ratioed. It's fucking ratioed, bro. The only reason you want this is for fucking cooldown reduction. But who gives a fuck about cooldown reduction? Owl plus golden ratio plus no cadet plus you fell off. Actually, for real, dude. This thing doesn't even give you the move speed or the heal cut. Bro, this thing is fucking dead. Ratio, you got fucking ratioed, bro. Holy fuck. Ancient Bolt. Ancient Bolt. Now I did see this be posted in the suggestions, feedback suggestions channel. It loses 2 per level, EBAD, and it gains 24 AP base and percent attack. This is good. This actually could be good for Longbow Rio now, because Longbow Rio's auto attacks hurt a fuck ton. Let's actually do a comparison here between Jebe and Twinbow and this new Ancient Bolt. So Jebe has 70. So it has less AP. It does have attack speed, but it doesn't have this basic attack amplification. Twinbow, on the other hand, has 473, I think. 73, if I'm not mistaken, at level 20 specifically, with 40% attack speed and heal cut. I mean, honestly speaking, I feel like specifically for Longbow Rio, this is a buff. For everyone else, this is a nerf. Because Longbow Rio is the only one that has auto attacks that deal enough damage to actually like care about this. Everyone else kind of got nerfed with the twin bow or with the ancient bolt. Sorry, let's be honest here. Only short bow Rio use this thing. So for short bow, it's a fucking hella nerf. But for longbow, hey, good luck. So you already know. I like the look of ancient bolt. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're finally out of the fucking weapons section. Let's go, boys. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, longbow also got 10% more attack speed, so you don't even feel it as much as you did before. Cool. We have to go past these, so this is important. Cardinal Robes lost ESD, but gained 12 AP. It's, it's a new option for people who maybe wanted that, but like I don't think this is good enough. 12 AP is not good enough to sacrifice the rest of your build. Or not sacrifice the rest of your build, but it wasn't good enough, basically. That's what I'm saying here. Rocker's Jacket gained 1 defense for 5 anti-EBAD, but Rocker's Jacket was extremely overstated, so I can completely understand that. A lot of people ran Rocker's Jacket even going into late game. Butler's Suit has a similar thing, but instead has 8 defense anti-EBAD, and it has 8 more defense. That's actually really big. Same with the OD Suit. This makes them a lot fucking tankier, like a fuck ton tankier. Crusaders is losing 13 EBAD, but it's gaining 18 AP. I mean, once again, it opens up the option for certain characters who didn't like EBAD but want AP. So it gives you the option. Is it good enough? 18? I don't think so, but we'll see. Butler's Suit, similar thing here with to Rocker's Jacket. It's overstated already. People run it already. So no need to overbuff it. Let's just give it a bit more AP. Overall, I'm okay with this. I love AP. You know me. Kill them before they kill you is my motto. So let's get it. Tuxedo. Okay. Can we all booba or caca at tuxedo? Whatever you want to do. Probably caca because it's a tux. Can we caca at the tux, please? Because this shit goes crazy. Yeah. Look at this, okay? We lost a puny 1%. Or, I mean, 1 EBAD per level. For a fucking Poggers 20 flat AP. And 1.4 basic attack amplification per level. Bro, this shit goes crazy, man. I'm building this shit as my bro, I don't even care about a weapon, dude. I'm building bro, if I have to build a weapon, hold on. If I have to build a fucking plasma sword, but it means I can get a fucking tuxedo, I am in on that, boys. I'm in. Let's go. Fucking hella good. Yeah, tuxedo. Can we put like okay, hold on. Adina with no fucking thing is gonna be Tux, okay? This is Tux right here, okay? This shit's a Tux. Alright, this shit goes crazy. This is SSS here. Absolutely. Burgundy. Burgundy is gaining 2 AP, but it's losing, so it's a fucking baller suit. Okay, cool. Holy Orders. Holy Orders is actually a big deal, okay? So for Aiden specifically, Holy Orders is going to be a viable transition for four scores. This was never a thing before. I tried it. It was bad. Don't do it. But now 25 AP, bro. I love 25 AP on fucking Butler suit, dude. That shit makes me fucking baka, dude. But 25 on holy orders, I'm gaining all that shit, and I'm not even losing anything, bro. Like, I guess I'm losing lifesteal. That's about it. And move speed. But like, bro, this shit goes crazy. I like holy orders. Holy orders is gonna be a good transition now in Aiden. Although maybe not with the current tux. All I'm saying is this thing might be better. How crazy is that? Probably better to go tux than just go holy orders. Cool. Anyways, Cam jacket, great. I'm building tux on everyone until it gets hot fixed. Yeah, exactly, right? If only I could play, if only we played ranked, so that way I could abuse tux until, it got destroyed. Diadem gains 10 AP for the cost of 10 EBAD. This is not worth it. Generally speaking, people who actually did run this are like, those guys. This does open the opportunity though for characters that ran like that want the cooldown reduction of it but didn't want the EBAD. You can now possibly run Diadem. So this opens up the options here. True, Holy Orders, I wouldn't say it's a worse Butler suit. It gives you health. In fact, actually, let me go to Holy Orders. Hold on. So it gives you 125 HP, which is actually kind of good. It gives you some crit damage reduction, which is okay. And most importantly, it gives you temporal fraction, which in some matchups is a very big deal. In some matchups, like temporal fraction for Aiden specifically is a fucking huge ass deal. Yeah. Vigilante gets percent skill damage instead of ESD or anti-ESD. Cool. I don't think anyone wanted this before. Maybe they want it now. Crusader, the Crusty is losing 5. No. The Crusty is losing 5 EBAD and it's gaining 5 AP. It's a nerf. Okay, can I just say, I never knew this was a thing. How was this a thing? The Crusty took priority over fucking Daneslith? Bro, you cannot be telling me that when I had Daneslith and I was dying, it was because I had a fucking Crusty on? That's so fucked up. That's fucked. Tiara, who gives a shit. Laurel Wreath. Okay, this one has people up in arms, okay? And by the way, we talked about this before. If I were to go ahead and grab Epic Pen, and I were to cover this up, does this look that bad? Like, does this look that broken? Because obviously it's still fucking good as shit, right? Like, it's a lot of fucking damage. You're looking at 75 at level 15 for melees for Aiden specifically, per second for 2 seconds. I don't know if it's okay though. Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible. But it's far fetched from the small that we used to have, which was 5% for every second for 3 seconds continually for the whole fucking fight of your max HP. So like, in all honesty, I think Lower Reef might be good. It's hard to really tell how much damage 75 to 100 true damage is. Or actually, you would make this the moment you get Tree, so you'd probably get a level 9, 10-ish. Looking at 50 to 75 damage of true damage. We'll see. We'll see. It's good though. I think it'll be good on Aiden specifically. Aiden's one of the best characters for applying it because you can continually apply it with the melee specifically version, not the ranged version, from ranged. And you apply it very often. So Aiden, big ups on that shit for that one. Moving on to the arm slot. So the first thing I noticed is, where's it now? Corrupting Touch is going. It's losing defense and losing ESD. It's gaining 21 AP. This shit is not worth it. This shit sucks now. Okay, Corrupting Touch is dead. This shit is fucking terrible. I don't know why they did this. This is like so heavy-handed. Why would you remove the defense? That's so bad. This item sucks. It's so bad. Yo, Rixia, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the bubble clubble. Neftis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the bubble clubble. Oh, as I clubble, we're doomed. Okay, cool. Welcome to clubble. It's a third. The third of Plasmark. Yeah, this shit is bad. Yeah, right? Like it already wasn't great because it only had 12 ESD. It was only good because people abused the fuck out of ESD. But now that it can't even abuse the ESD and it doesn't have the defense, bro, this shit is dead. No one's gonna run this shit. Literally no one's gonna run this shit ever. Ever. Yes, if they kept the defense and gave it an appropriate amount of AP, it would actually be usable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just not a thing. Creative Knight gets buffed by 3 AP. Don't be alarmed. This thing is only a nerf in compensation to the overall percentage nerf. Overall, this thing just gets a 3 AP buff. Obviously, though, in comparison to everything else, which got the percent increase as well, it gets nerfed, but like not as much as you think so, right? Yeah. When you say AP, I keep thinking ability power. Yeah. AP in this game, like, it took me a while to get used to that because I came from 11 years of League of Legends. Like, yeah. But I mean, the good thing about AP is that kind of translate is that at least in AP in herbs, it applies to abilities as well. So at least you have that, but it also applies to your basic auto attacks. So yeah. And some of your scalings from your items and shit, I think, or something like that. Anyways, moving on. Sheath is getting fucking gutted. Bro, I don't know what the fuck happened here. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right? We're all League survivors, okay? We're all League of Legends survivors. We all have a story to tell, but we have found a new home with new terms, new rhetoric that we can use. Exactly, right? So I don't know what the fuck happened to Sheath. It lost 10 anti-ebat and gained 10 HP. Bahahaha. Bahahaha. That shit sucks. That shit actually sucks. New Ophelia skin is trying to suck me back in. I don't even want to see the new Ophelia skin. I'm an ADC player. I've played some Ophelios. I don't want to get sucked back into League. I'm having fun with my new home in Eternal Return, free on Steam. And Microsoft Store or something, Google Play Store. I forgot the fucking probably passed up. Sword Stopper. Sword Stopper is getting an actual appropriate amount here. It is losing 4 anti-EBAD, but it's gaining 4 defense. And 4 defense, in my opinion, is more worth it than 4 anti-EBAD. So, this is better. Sword Stopper got buffed, in my opinion. Radar gets hella nerfed in like every fucking way, but that's okay because fuck Radar, right guys? Fuck Radar. Bracelet of Scotty loses ESD but gains 22%. That's a lot. That's a lot. Is it enough? Who knows? A lot of people did I don't know, we'll have to see. It probably will, but yeah. What characters should I play as an Aphelios main? Okay. So I think in Eternal Return, you'll like different things in herbs that you did in League of Legends. So you played ADC, right? Or like Aphelios specifically. You liked farming, I'm sure. You liked like all that shit. It's very different in herbs, so even the ADCs in herbs aren't exactly the same. Yeah, you're gonna experience different things. I would suggest, since you like Aphelios, complex characters, in my opinion, would be good for you because you like complex shit. Yo, shiny equals. Your equals, right? If I'm not mistaken. Forgive me, by the way. I don't go on Twitch too often, but thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're just equals now? Okay, sorry, you're equals. Yeah. I figured so, but I wasn't 100% sure, you know? Yeah, I suggest some harder characters. So Aiden, Alex, everyone chat said basically. Just probably not Dina right now, but we'll see. Yo, hi Mako. How you doing? How was your stream? Oh, I gotta do this because I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer boy. There you go. Check what equals. Equals, you're still on Zahir, right? I've always known you as an insane Zahir. So yeah, he's Zahir boy. Go check him out. Honestly, I think maybe Celia would be a good option if you like Aphelios. Maybe, true. Yeah. If anything, I think you should just go around and look at a bunch of different characters, a bunch of different play styles. This game doesn't really feel the same as League. In my opinion, fights are a lot more how to say this? Fights are more isolated, so you're not really gonna feel the exact same way as you did in League of Legends playing an ADC. You don't stream much? I mean, you streamed today. Unless you played some herbs. How have you felt about the patch? I think it's okay. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get any compensation buffs for, the gutting of Erendite. But I'll live through it, obviously. Overall, I'm pretty happy. They've nerfed a bunch of ESD. It's very hard to say. The one thing is I do enjoy the new system with mutants are cool, and with transfer drones and transfer consoles. I think it gives some more skill testing in there where like new players can feel better routing when they miss something, and experienced players can get rewarded for saving those credits and getting RNG items faster. Oh yes, and also, by the way, yes, as Avocado said, you can try out any character you want from the collection hub for free. You'll try them out specifically though in practice mode. You can try out all their abilities, you can try all their things. Try them out on like Wickline, for instance, and try to kill Wick, like that kind of shit. I think a lot of the weapons are just super different. Yeah, exactly. I think that there's going to be a lot of unrest in the balancing, and I mean, to be honest, I'm expecting it. I'm welcoming it. You know, like please don't put all of this like ESD changes and everything behind like a 4-year wall where they have to test everything. Test it out on live servers in the preseason, and then fix it within like a week. You know, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to fucking wait for 4 years for the internal testing team to play the same amount of games that we play in fucking 2 weeks. You know, like just straight up. With that being said, though, clearing timepiece. By the way, I'm doing a patch notes right now. Clearing. I clicked on social media. Did I fuck it up? Okay. Clearing timepiece is getting 10 less AP or 10 less defense, but 10% more attack speed. This is a nerf, I think, in most cases. 10 defense is worth more than 10% attack speed. Attack speed is pretty fake, especially once you would have gone to learn timepiece. I think, yeah, that's fake. That's a nerf. Cool. Taproots are getting changed to be VF bloods, and they're being moved to the realm of CDR. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not gonna ever run this shit unless maybe I absolutely need the moon speed. This shit just doesn't appeal to me. I'm sure it's good on some characters, not for me. Accessories. I believe, isn't it 0.4 moon speed? I believe it's 0.4 moon speed. Yeah, 0.4 moon speed. 22%. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It like there are some characters who might actually use this thing, but like, why would you ever use this over? I mean, okay, I guess what I'll say is, maybe you wanted an arm slot like a like auto arms. Maybe you want Cabana um over what's the thing called? Queen of Hearts, or even or even Myth Armor over Queen of Hearts. But Queen of Hearts was just like your go-to for CDR. So for instance, I know Yon, he probably would prefer Myth Armor over Queen of Hearts, but he has to go Queen of Hearts because he needs the CDR, and he can't go the arm slot because he needs that as well. So that could actually be something useful on him, possibly. We'll see. Oh, it is 0.42? Okay, cool. If it's safe first day, then maybe, but to spend a BF on it is bonkers. Yeah, exactly right. Like you probably won't see this shit unless some weird fucking item efficiency thing with like other items comes into play. But yeah, moving on. Active camo gets a big buff in my opinion. 12 defense is a lot actually. You lose the anti ebad, but that's fine because defense was already doing good stuff anyways. And this works in everything now. So now you can play active camo into every single build or into every single opponent. Mythquiv gains 4 defense, loses some range. That's fine. It doesn't really affect anyone. The same people are still going to build it. The same people aren't still going to build it. It doesn't matter. White Crane Fan gains a fuck ton of skill amp, but it loses 14 ESD. Overall, I think this is possibly a nerf or whatever. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people who used White Crane Fan were ESD heavy users who just wanted like the most ESD possible while still having anti heal. So it could because they didn't want to run and Moonseed because they didn't want to run the other fan thing, whatever it's called. Overall though, it's fine. I'm sure this one won't kill the game. Schrodinger's, it gains 10 HP, but it loses 4 ESD. That's not worth it. It's a bit better on Aiden, but overall it's not better. It's not good. You might want to run it now on Aiden, but yeah. I will look at those. In fact, actually, Rizis, actually, no. Both of you guys, I know both of your names, so it's fine. We're okay. I was gonna say DM me, but you don't need to DM me. I'll remember. Uchiwa, it has. By the way, Kata, I will get to that at the end of the patch review. By the way, I will not, or even like the tier list. I will not be looking at that yet. I'll try to go a little faster because it's going a long time. Uchiwa gains Omni Siphon. It's better for a lot of characters. It also gives skill amplification. So overall, this is better for like a bunch of characters because it was weird to have lifesteal and skill amp. I didn't want it as a lifesteal wanter, and ESD users didn't want it because of lifesteal. So now it's just actually good for those people, but its stats are worse in every other way. So it bridges the gap between the people who want it. So now more people will want it, but it's worse. So if you were good with both of those, then this is great. Or sorry, this is terrible. But if you didn't want it, yeah, if you didn't want it, then whatever. The only person who wanted it was Mallet, Luke. Yeah, so there you go. He's the only one who actually had enough instances of ESD, while also getting enough, lifesteal out of it. Veritas, Veritas. This is not worth it. This shit sucks. I will say though, nope, never mind. I was gonna say this is good for Aiden. It's not. I thought this was the SD. This shit sucks. Never mind. Take it back. This shit's awful. Moving on. I don't even know who wants this, honestly. I don't know who wants this. I mean, I guess this is a buff to people who wanted Veritas like old Sis. Like one of the versions of Sis actually ran Veritas, and this is a buff to that because we never used ESD anyway. So there you go. It's a buff. What is ESD? Ignis, don't worry about it. ESD is being removed entirely from the game. What I will say though is, if you do want to know, ESD is extra skill damage. It is basically every single time an opponent is hit. Sorry, every time you hit an opponent with an ability, it deals a flat amount of true damage based on how much ESD you have. Hit them with an ability, by the way. Yeah. Cool. I know it still gives CDR, but like, yeah, like I don't think this is better for people who wanted the actual usage of it. Eye of Horus, cool, whatever. Food. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about food. Chat, if you have any opinions on these foods, tell me. I'm going to go very quickly through them. Okay? I'm going to go very quickly through them. Cartbread, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to eat 400s. I know steak is like this, but 400 is way too low. It's 100 less per thing. Not worth it. Yes, it's a good panic food though. True enough. Um, that still sucks. This still sucks. This still sucks for the most part. Egg buns still suck. That still sucks. Holy water, you get more from Wickline. Okay, great. Howling liquor makes... That's a lot. This is a lot. I don't know when you would ever make howling liquor. Hey, yo. Fucking dial in. Good shit, dude. You got all the liquor you could ever want, okay? Good shit. You already know. Choco ice cream for Rozzy panic food. I mean, yeah, but to be honest with you, though, again, like, SP is a fucking joke, and Rozzy converts the chocolate, a percentage of the chocolate from food into SP. So you'd rather just eat the best possible food while having hot chocolate. C4 gets... Okay, traps get nerfed. They deal less damage. Cool. They just deal less damage. Don't worry about it. Fuck it. It's not enough to worry about. Also, by the way, this is the damage is lessened more so because Trap Mastery gives you more trap damage, percentage-wise. So this does less. Cool. Yo, Max. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Dead battery gets removed. Everything that uses a dead battery is now just a regular battery. So good to see. Fine, whatever. That's literally just water. It literally just makes it, it's just better for water, right? I think. Like, yeah. You just got home? Well, Maxie, we are doing a patch rundown. We're almost done, and then we're gonna do a tier list, which is gonna be fucking terrible because I have no idea what's going on. RTC, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bubble Hubble Mubble Scuffle Bubble Rubble Bubble 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 Clubble. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm XT, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bubble Hubble Bubble Rubble Rubble Bubble Scubble Hubble Tumble Clubble. I'm dying. Wait, my build's Plasmoic in Just School now? I mean, she already built it in Just School, didn't she? That didn't change. Wait, no. Go back. Ion battery is dead battery plus carbonated. It's not battery plus water. Wait, yeah, battery isn't even in school anyways. Still, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, she doesn't need ion battery? Okay. All these things are changing. I don't give a fuck. Okay, actually, sorry. Actually, these are a big deal. Okay, sorry, these are actually a big deal. You will no longer find RNG items in boxes from blue boxes. So do not open blue boxes if you have enough food. It's just a waste of time. I guess you can get Search Mastery or other masteries, but that doesn't matter. You can now, if you're now looking for RNG, get them from purple boxes. It'll probably be pretty similar in terms of its percentage chance as well. I'm assuming. I'm assuming they're going to be in purple boxes, right? They actually didn't say, but I'm assuming so. Oh wait, no, did they say? Yeah, items that are now epic rarity now drop from epic rarity. But looks like because traps are also there, honestly, I feel like you're not ever gonna find this shit. I don't know. Rarity, I don't know about rarity. We'll see what the rarity says, but yeah. This is incredible. This is in fact a huge buff to gold boxes. You're right. Every single item that has RNG is now a gold box item. So go ahead, be free. Your gold boxes will always have at least something with RNG in them. No more EODs or radars. And some items like accessories, which I think are actually some of the least upgraded items, will now be available more readily in boxes. You have access to Moonlight Pendant boxes and shit like that. Pond is going to have bike helmets. I don't know how this is going to affect the meta. You can now make Tac Ops helm in lesser zones. You don't have to go to beach, chapel, or school for bike helms, but probably if you're going for Tac Ops, you're probably going to school anyways. Yes, everything that has RNG is a yellow now. Pond or Uptown, sorry, is getting 4 more oil and 5 more whiskey. By the way, every flower is being removed, but they're being changed to be on the ground. So yeah. There's more oil, which means you actually have 2 oil per loot distribution in Uptown. So that's going to be very good for consistency. I don't know how many builds actually go Uptown for like 2 oils though, is the problem. I know I don't. Okay, but if I'm playing Adela and I get a missile tame from a gold box, I will mauled. That's not possible. Weapons are not in gold boxes because the items are already decided in the gold box before you open them. So they're not decided based on a character by character basis. They're decided for the whole lobby the moment that they're dropped. You can't get items in the boxes. Cemetery. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. That's like that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Cemetery is getting more bamboo. It's going to be 2 per zone, but again, who uses 2 bamboo? It's okay. I mean, how many times do you actually open gold boxes? Rio does? Okay, Rio. This is going to be a buff for Rio then. There you go. This is a buff for Rio. Force is losing Force is losing the flowers, but gaining fabric armor. This one could actually this one could actually change the meta in a meaningful way. You don't have to go this because this adds it from archery range, temple, cemetery to now forest. Usually, if you wanted to go for similar items in cemetery, you had to go to cemetery. Like if you wanted like shirt plus actually sorry, if you want commanders, you probably still go cemetery, but if you wanted, shirt plus fuck, what's the thing called? I'm blanking on the name. It is iron ore. If you want like shirt plus iron ore, you can get that in forest now. So you're bing chilling. You're bing chilling. This one could have real implications for the meta. We'll see if people can actually figure out new builds with this fabric armor in forest. Yes, it is, but this provides a new routing option, Squink. It provides a new routing option that wasn't available before. So whether or not it's actually good, we'll have to see. What I mean by that is like, say for instance, like what's available in forest that isn't available in cemetery. One thing, gold. You can't get that in cemetery. Yeah, gold, right? Tights, that's a good one as well. Tights aren't available in cemetery. A really good one. Iron balls, thank you, right? So like there's something here possibly that you could maybe have as what's it called? Have as like new shit, We'll have to see. I probably won't be running this because I don't think Aiden has I don't think Crusaders is good enough to worry about anything like that, but yeah. I could have Spy Umbrella, Commanders, White Crane Fan, Blue Arm, and Tachyons in factory now. And Fiesta, you're totally going to be there earlier, right? And not grief me. Gives you the option to go into hotel and go steal knees on 3 zones. Yeah. Yeah, that's an option too, yeah. I mean, there's some viability here that we have to look at. Please don't grief me, by the way. I love you, Fiesta. Don't grief me. Anyways, air supplies. You can't get boiling water, heat oil stone, or heated stone from uncommon, the greens. To be honest, I never opened this shit anyways. I didn't even know that they could have them. Epic items, or all the RNG items are now in Epic. Traps are in Epic. And then rares, so the blues no longer spawn after night 2, but to be honest with you, it didn't matter. It didn't really matter, or it doesn't matter now because you can't get RNG from them anyways. Yo, Ignis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bubble Suffle Ruffle Muffle Ruffle Ruffle Bubble. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Not playing season 6 all good? No. Oh shit. Wait, Fiesta, congratulations. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Do we have a name? Do we have any info on the kid? Can we get some fucking Drakes in the chat for Fiesta Boy? Ironically, Wifey likes Aiden as a name. Hey. Good shit. You already know where my vote's going. Clyde, fuck Clyde, okay? Fuck Clyde. We're all talking about fucking Aiden out here. You already know. Let's go. His name shall be Magnus. But no, I'm sure you guys will pick a perfect name. Drakes, boys, Drakes. Holy fuck. That's crazy. His name will be Lumia. And you'll make sure his last name is Island. Good shit, Fiesta. Let's go. Name him Island. Just Island. That's a terrible name, Cotton. That's so bad. Okay, I have to finish this fucking Okay, look how much longer we have. We don't have any time at all. We don't have anything. Lumia is unironically a good name. Actually, Lumia sounds kind of fire. I don't know about the Okay, I feel like Lumia is more like a, like, you know, like whole gender restricted things, whatever, right? But like, I feel like Lumia is more of like a female name than like a male name. So if we're going with Clyde and Aiden, then I feel like feels a little bit odd. I mean, we're kind of being chilling. Honestly, though, I'd be okay with being named fucking Lumia, dude. That shit's kind of fire. Cawthon, shut the fuck up. True, let's go with Weck. I think it's androgynous enough, but it'd probably be more. But I'd probably be more considering of the name for a girl. Yeah, exactly, right? I would. I actually think Lumia sounds like a fucking fire name, though. Vision, logic, refactoring. Bro, I have no idea what this fuck this means. Cool, less weird shit's happening. Great, good shit. Lumia is one letter away from Lamia. So in my head, I think of a female. What is Lamia? Aren't Lamias the fucking like scaly things? Yeah, the fucking yeah. Okay, I thought I saw something. Name the baby Locke. Do not name the baby Locke. I will actually get upset. Don't name the baby Locke. That's my name. And most importantly, if you name the baby Locke, no one will be able to pronounce the name. Everyone will say Laku, Locke, Lucky, Lako, Laka, Laushe, Loche, Loque. I got it all. Don't do lock. It's bad. Lackalol or lack. Yeah, lack. Okay. Yeah, don't name it fucking lock. Yeah, but good shit though, dude. Good shit. Bing chilling. That's not even my name. Loki. Yep, that's another one I've heard before. Yep, that is true. In fact, Cooper says it all the fucking time. I just love that your reaction to Aiden versus Clyde was fuck Clyde. It was fuck Clyde because we like Aiden, okay? Not because fuck Clyde for real though, okay? I like Clyde. Clyde's a fire name. But compared to Aiden though, I'm just saying. If you think about it, Island has a strong male association with the end of it in particular. Think Royland or Ryland. Please don't name your kid Island. By the first character or weapon improvements is kind of important. Yeah. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will be. Holy fuck, I'm crying. The UI on items being crafted now displays properly. Cool. So uh, people who weren't paying attention too heavily on what they're crafting will be able to easily see what they're actually doing. Basic attacks now deal damage properly to animals. That hasn't even bugged me for a while, so it's fine. Sure, it's happened though. Applicable skills can now be cast even on allies. And allies, even when the target player's only option is on. Cool, I never use that anyways. Shifting from day to night in flash mode. Cool, whatever. Improve the bird's eye view of the map. Don't even know what that fucking means. I'm assuming that's for spectator. Nikki's Q no longer goes through Nina. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's really funny. Cawthon. Either Island or Myth Quiver. Kind of the top options. I would never want to name my Quid Quiver. Don't name your kid Quiver or Myth Quiver. They'll just be called a quivering pussy their whole fucking childhood. This is the only thing you're gonna get. Literally only thing. Myth Quiver Island. Fucking stop. No. Laura. Activates teaching. Okay, cool. Sure, whatever. I'm assuming this is just a fucking actual fix for E. Catwalk. Now, okay, cool. Celine. Testing. Magnetic compulsion. The moment a bomb disappears, no longer freezes. I don't even know if was this the bug with Celine. I feel like this wasn't even the bug with Celine. My pussy is quivering in game. Are you even of age yet, Kata? Don't make those jokes, okay? I can't even know if it's legal to laugh at that. Adela checkmate has been fixed to deal proper damage near a rook. You're 18. Drake, let's go, boys. We're not going to jail for that. For making a joke about that one. Cool. Oh, happy birthday. Elena, the chill effects no longer remains when the enemies aren't frozen after chill gauge is full. Sure. If it's legal to laugh at that, yeah. Drake, boys, Drake. Elena, glacial field no longer appears before casting. Sure, I didn't even know it's a thing. Eva VF beats for telekinesis no longer activate on summon items. Yep. I'm missing traps. Zahir test subjects marked with passive can now be normally tracked even if they go invisible, so you're good against dagger and isol. Priya flower crown can now actually not be detached, and she can't place traps anymore. This is kind of weird though. She can't place summon items when she's dancing, which means she can't place cameras. That's weird. Nicknames in the loading screen have been fixed to match ones in game, even when the hide nickname from enemy option is on. What does that mean? You can have nicknames that are not your actual name? What the fuck even is that? Receiving new items in the mailbox before checking them in the store now makes the red dot disappear. Drake. Good shit. Alright. We have successfully fucking finished the patch 0.58.0 patch notes rundown. Holy fuck, that was like 4 hours.
Lost dude, the meaning runs out of my swept away again.
Okay, restart. Okay, chat, welcome to patch 0.58.0. Fuck, restart. I fucked it up. Restart. We gotta go again. I fucked it up.